everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Adventure Rolls Winds of Calamity, a weekly D&D Zelda game. I am your friendly neighborhood dungeon master for the evening, Fisk, aka Literary DM. So players continuing loving to troll as that loving player DM relationship. I've done it plenty of times to Mike, so it's about time it came back to me.
Much energy to not bring it to you tonight.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see you with this amount of energy play Avum. But yes, thank you all so much for joining us, as well as always, you all are amazing. Thank you all so much for the support. So let's just go ahead and go around the table, introduce our players for the evening, starting with Rach.
Hello. So I just read from Amara. There may be a counter getting ready for how many times I mix up the two A names. So that's happening. That's fine though.
It must be up there with the kidnapping list for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I had a kidnapping tally in Beacons that I started making because we got kidnapped so much.
It was high.
But anyway, that's a different game. But I'm Rachel / Pip. I stream with Marky Gaming on that channel. I do art on Mondays at 3:30 CST, so you can come hang out with me there. And for this game, I play Sisri, a paladin rogue that just learned to smite.
Smite!
Pretty pumped about it.
Speaking of smite, you can actually go into the emotes, and we have a smite emote. We actually have a few new ones in the chat that have officially been approved. And so go in, have some fun. We have a crit emote, and we're looking to hopefully get some more emotes representing the rest of the characters as the campaign progresses. Thank you so much for the subscription, Bardic.
I wanted my emote back.
10 months, dang. All right. Yeah. Well, speaking of Mike. Intro.
Speaking of him, why would I mean, that's weird. I mean, no one wants to hear about Bardic Dice. It's
no,
super
not
weird.
at all.
Hi guys, my name is Mike. Bardic Dice actually slept last night, so I got a lot of energy. Super excited. I'm a D&D streamer on Twitch, and I do Wednesday Feywild and Thursday Homebrew Fates United. And this week, we're going to be doing a watch party for The Legend of Vox Machina for the last 3 episodes. It's going to be super fun. Anyways, that being said, that's my little plug. I play Avon, the second half of the Twilight Twins. He does not have this much British accent, but sometimes I like to do it to get into my character. I am a rogue as well because of our backstory, and a homebrew class oracle that was brought in by Lit from, I guess, Pathfinder, I think?
Yeah, Pathfinder 1st edition specifically. I don't know if 2e has one or not. I haven't kept up.
How dare you not know? But I'm super excited for him to play out what that's going to mean, and to be there for the party, and to see how quickly he'll actually open up to the party as well, because he's a party pooper. So, a lot of fun.
And with that, jumping down to our very own legend, Silent.
Hello. Hello everyone, my name is Silent Legend. I'm not primarily a D&D streamer, but I do play a lot of games on my channel. And yeah, I play Aaron. He is the ranger of the party. He's also a Rado who likes to very much fly around because it's really fun to fly.
Perfect. And last, but certainly not least, our very much now Tony Stark of the group.
Hello everybody, I'm Mark of Marky Gaming, and here I play Attic, the Tony Stark of the game. Sheikah Artificer, and got super cool armor on now. Lots of fun. And yeah, you can come watch D&D on our channel too on Sundays at 2 o'clock CST, where we'll see what happens on Sunday.
It's going to be interesting, especially with all the mentioning of quesadillas, right, Mark?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have for breakfast with Boyd.
I'm the DM. You can't do anything to me. Anyway, Anyway, yes, go follow all their channels. They're amazing people and produce great content. You can also check out Silent and I, as well as Bardic, tomorrow night on his channel for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, where we're going to start out the session with a crazy fight. Hopefully Colin doesn't die again, and we will go ahead and see. You can also check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/literarydm, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel, where all VODs will be posted there, as well as weekly tips. Tomorrow, actually, we have a new video coming out where I'll be reviewing The Legend of Vox Machina. It's actually been a really good series, I'm not gonna lie. Had problems, but overall, I've been surprisingly enjoying it. Says the guy who has
to watch.
Says the guy who has a Vexalia Funko Pop.
Yeah,
I will say,
we're twinsies.
it's a good enough show that my mom, who has no idea what D&D is whatsoever, loves the show and cannot wait for Fridays.
Really?
Nice.
That's actually a huge endorsement.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Well, I don't think we have... just again, also big thank you to Rach and D. Lee for creating the character art for the game. Rach with the concepts, as well as even for the tokens, and then D. Lee with the art for our character cards. Go follow them on all their socials. They're amazing and have really good prices for the quality. So... Beyond that, I think we are all good to go. Let's go ahead and dive into tonight's session of Winds of Calamity. Picking up where we last left our heroes, the intrepid adventuring party went out into the woods with their companion Error to go on a hunting trip. After an eventful night where Sisri was confronted by the hero's Shade, who taught her how to use something known as the Skyward Strike, and is passing down ancient ways of combat. Avum, in his turn, found a little bit of history regarding his oracle nature, beyond the fact that it's a part of Twiling Gerudo history. Apparently he was summoned here by some mysterious being over in Holodrum, and is now being given the moniker of the Oracle of Ages for a time being, or until he decides to leave. His choice.
Or if he loses his book.
It all depends. Adek made a new suit of armor, and Timlin informed more information about the potential target. Specifically, that the being has an interest in ancient Hylian history and is rather superstitious. From there, we went on shopping trips, went out, hunted some boar, and encountered a bear that had a similar affliction of the rats. You traced where the water source that was impacting the bear to a now corrupted fairy lake. She permitted you all to stay there for the night in exchange for healing the pool in the following morning. There we pick up, as you all have settled and made camp for the night, making some fire, and also skinning a boar for food. Aaron...
Who did that? I'm really curious. Who's the one that skinned it?
That would have been Aaron, because he has the most experience. Also, Avum, for his part, looked into history regarding the Golden Goddesses due to the crystal's apparent connection to the spiritual stones, and found out that these Golden Goddesses created the world of Dinroth and something known as the Triforce.
Triforce?
And that's disadvantage for the night.
You're not helping your case with Mark either.
I'm really not.
You're just going on all sides, just poking both
just
bears.
digging the hole deeper.
Oh yeah, you're definitely not helping with that. But all right. So we pick up as Aaron. You said you wanted to take care of the boxes, correct? Because there were crates with the symbols. Great. Well, the good news is you would have been able to easily take those apart and use those as basically firewood.
I did want to keep like a small bit with like the actual logo.
That is
for myself.
That is easily done.
I would also like to get involved into this process because I want to build a bit of a raft out of pieces of that.
Okay. I'd say go ahead and make for me. You're an artificer, so I'd say tinkering would make sense for this check.
Okay.
I'll assist.
Assist? Okay.
I was
go
going to
ahead.
ask Scissory to assist with me, actually.
I was gonna ask if I
okay.
could.
I was
assist.
gonna ask Scissory to come help
Go for
me. As you're skinning the boar, I'm gonna have her come over and help me with this.
Works.
Perfect.
What are you doing when you?
Avon's just eyeing them go on.
While you're reading the book, yeah,
Yep.
just the.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanna build a raft to help float on the water, for tomorrow. Ease of access around the lake.
That's so smart. You could just build a raft.
But it would, yes. I mean, I'll grab some of these nails in here and align them all right and get something that can hold my weight.
Hey, teach me. What do I do?
All right, and I'll show her and start crafting. Is there a particular ability score you want me to
I
add
would
into
say this would definitely intelligence would definitely work for this. Yeah.
this? Okay. So with tinkering tools?
Yeah, I would say since you're an artificer, tinkering on this level would definitely work. So go ahead, intelligence with proficiency.
That will be a 21.
All right. So it does take a little longer than normally would, as you are basically pointing out to Scissory that we're going to take this piece of wood, then we're going to take a bit of rope and just tie a knot and put everything together to make a makeshift raft that would be able to go out into the middle of the lake. But at this rate, it would take about an hour. And Scissory, you are definitely able to pick up some things. So
Nice. So do you actually think you can fix this?
I mean, I can probably do something better than nothing, right?
Yeah. No, I just didn't know. I didn't know if you actually knew, or if you're just saying it.
I'm gonna do my best. That's
Yeah.
what I always do. Just try to do my best.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, Avon, do you have one of those vial things?
Sorry, what?
You had a bunch of vials, didn't you?
I mean, they were filled, yes.
Yeah, can I have one?
Or?
Want to try something?
Alright. I go and look for it. I'm gonna pull one out. I had 3, I gave one to him, so I have 2 left.
yes,
I think they were just full of water, right? I don't think they were full of anything else.
they were full. You filled them up with that water specifically because they had shards of the crystals inside. So you're
Yeah,
using
it's
those as a
baited.
means to do experiments.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take one out and just pour it. And then toss it.
Oh, okay. And I go over and fill it back up from the lake.
Well, the other ones ran out. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And I go back over to Attic, and I'm like, so I did a thing earlier where I think I helped Aaron. I focused really hard. So I'm gonna try it with this. Maybe it'll do something.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. Just trying. So she's just gonna see what happens, and she's gonna be holding the vial or touching the water, and I want to do the 5 points to cure disease or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
See if it does anything.
perfect. You channel into your innermost part as though you're focusing on a skyward strike, and you reach out your hand. It begins to glow with this white divine energy and a little bit of also almost cyan, as well as your twilight markings start to glow down the hand into down the arm and into the hand. And you go and you touch the water, and you spend those points with you scoop it up and you try to just do it in the vial of water, correct?
Yeah, just to see if it
All right.
does anything. Yeah.
And it glows for a moment. And then the water appears to be normal.
Is it sparkly? Or was it sparkly before? I guess?
Yes, it's still sparkly, and it was sparkly before, and it still appears to be sparkly with those crystals inside it.
Do you think it did anything?
I don't know. I can look at it.
Yeah.
Take it and sit down with it for 10 minutes and do identify on it.
Okay. Ooh.
So glad we have that.
By the way, that's doper what you did with your hand. That was...
Thanks. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just happening. It's really fun.
I'll never get old.
No, not at all. Identify. So this is going to be where you learn about its properties, more or less. And okay, yes. Let me look here real quick. So as you go, your eyes, again, that scanner comes over your eyes, and you go and you look down into it, and you see the glowing sparklings of the spirit, almost fractures of these crystals that have a connection to the spiritual stones of sorts. The exact properties are really unknown to you. You do gather that there are traces of abjuration type magic, divination, and evocation.
Wow. This is a lot going for it.
Specifically, you gather that most likely each color has a correlation to the different schools. The damaging effects, again, have to do with the specific colors. It's why it's why the color of the mouth. When it goes toward the green spiritual stone types, or the green crystals, it would typically be acid. Red would be fire, and then blue would be cold. Which, by the way, real quick, Aaron, just as a reminder, as a Rito, you do have resistance to cold damage.
Perfect.
So.
And by the way, this boar is actually simply divine. I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay. Feather in the throat. It's fine.
Well,
How did it
this
work?
is interesting. It still has something to it. I guess maybe that's something we should talk to the fairy about, is what exactly is the pollutingness that she's hoping to get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe they're throwing something else in the water besides the crystals.
Yeah. Should I drink it to see if it still does the same thing?
If you want to.
Yeah, sure, why not? I just down it.
You down it. Okay.
It's like off to the side, not sure what you guys are doing, and just sees me downing it. Like,
You down it. Let's see. Well, first of all, you do heal 5 points. So if you have any damage, you heal five of those.
Cool.
At this point, I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20.
Hey! First nat 20 of the
Rolling
night.
night.
Let's
Look
go.
at that emote.
Yeah, that nat 20 emote. Let's go. All right. Yeah. As you drink it, you don't feel any ill effects come upon you, and everything appears to be just fine.
Oh. Okay, well, I don't think I fixed it, though, because I still felt like I had a scratch from the bear, and it's healed now, so yay, but...
Okay.
No,
are you
I don't know.
alright?
Worth a shot. What? Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
You just drank that without knowing what it did.
Well, we did
Science.
before.
Not
Yeah,
from the
you always
lake.
talk about science.
Not from the lake. Are you fine?
Yeah.
You feel weird?
Look at me. I'm great.
I did say how you look. Do you feel fine?
Error just looks over there. I mean, she's got a point.
Stop it.
He just kind of turns away slightly, just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's worth a shot then.
Do we want to try talking to the fairy? Just clarifying some things?
I mean, we could try. She seemed pretty upset. But if she knows that we're going to help her, maybe she wouldn't mind.
I mean, I'm going to do my best.
Yeah, okay. So what do you want to know? Maybe we should figure that out first.
Maybe if she's seen who's done this, what exactly is polluting the lake, what does she want to have be removed?
Yeah, like if we just moved all the boxes away right now, would that help?
I mean, most of them are gone. Most of them are in the fire or are on the raft, so.
Or is there a bunch of crystals in the bottom of the lake? Like, do we need to, like, go swimming?
Maybe.
You did teach me how to swim, so, like, I'm probably really good at it right now.
Oh yeah, you're a really good swimmer.
Thank you.
I forgot about that. Sisri almost drowned second session. I forgot she
So many
almost
things
drowned.
in this world. So many things in this light realm are dangerous. Do you guys not understand why I'm so uptight?
Wait, did you say that in character?
No, it's out of character.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm assuming you guys are kind of off that, or at the very least, he's not paying attention.
Probably near, like, the lake edge, like,
Yeah.
after we make the raft, kind of, like, poking around and stuff.
Do you want to get your brother involved in this?
Hey, Ava!
What? What are you trying now?
Do you want to talk to the fairy about some questions we had? Or do you want us to just do it?
Oh, you're gonna talk to the fairy again?
Try, yeah.
I mean, okay. Eden, what do you think? So quiet tonight.
Sorry.
I mean, if you're down, if you're not opposed to it, then I just remember the little swirly things she was doing last time. I'm not trying to start a fight. You know, maybe she's a night sleeper, but
I mean,
Would
if
be
you want
good.
to stoke the fire too, you can do whatever you want.
oh, no, I'm
Want to
good.
do that?
No, I'm
Aaron just stokes the fire.
Okay.
Not my circus, not my monkey.
well. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna go figure out what they want and make sure they don't get us killed. So I'll walk over and join them for the fairy talk, especially since we have a fairy.
You do?
It's true.
Sprite,
Yeah.
does anything... This is going to sound very insincere, so I do apologize. I know you're a fairy. You said so yourself. I know you're not like every other fairy, so I'm not assuming. However, is there anything culturally to fairies that's like offensive? Is there anything good to know if we're going to be talking to one? Especially one that controls a lake?
Yeah,
And-
what's your tips on talking to fairies?
There we go. She
Well-
said it way better.
Typically, there are going to be different types of fairies. I would be what's called as a spirit fairy. We are typically those that guard the forest. Then, up from there, there's usually a big fairy. These can be usually found in lakes and things of that nature. And then the one above that are the great fairies. This one seems to be more along the lines of a big fairy. But might become a great fairy. I don't know. It's rare for a big one to have their own lake. Not unheard of, but rare.
They normally share it.
Normally it's one fairy. Normally it's one big or great fairy per lake. Or fountain, if you will.
Interesting. So, I was kind of thinking, though, with the two of you, I know you were experimenting with the crates and what's in them. If it only heals, right? Or so far we can tell, why try to poison the water with this? The water well and
it
under the
doesn't
sewers?
just heal. Like, it also is causing the fire feeling and the
That's
burning and the cold feeling. So it does that too. It does other things. There might even be more that we haven't discovered yet.
Trying to understand to what end. What does someone have to gain from doing that, you know?
A fairy is
Great question.
a fairy can be a powerful spirit.
Maybe they're going for the fairy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's something
Maybe
I'd be
can
interested in. Maybe if the
Corrupt
fairy
animals. Can they corrupt a fairy?
Corrupt a fairy, yeah. I would be very interested to see if she does remember who she's talked to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so, Sprite, how do you talk to a fairy in the middle of a lake?
Well, normally just be very respectful. They can be very powerful beings, so keep that in mind. They can tend to use their beauty on unsuspecting people when provoked as a way to stun them of sorts. So be careful with that.
You can be so beautiful you stun people.
In a way.
Look at me.
I need to learn how to do that.
I mean, there are plenty of guys that came to the store saying you didn't, but...
No, not like that, though. I mean, this is a whole other
That
skill
is
level
different.
that I need to figure out. Okay, okay.
But basically just respectfully request that the fairy come forth, and she most likely will.
Have you ever dealt with a corrupted one before?
Not me personally. There have been stories of it, but not me personally.
Any stories of how they were freed from that corruption, or if they had to be killed?
Not killed. Normally it's fixing something within the lake or fountain.
So more of finding the source.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Okay. All right, we all got our questions ready?
I'm just here to take notes.
Aaron's just watching from the distance.
So is Air. Okay. So who's summoning the fairy?
Excuse me, lovely fairy of the water. Would you please come out and talk to us? We had a few questions.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
19. Perfect. As suddenly the wind begins to whip around you all, the leaves from the trees rustling and coming forth, and all of it just going on a giant current into the center of the lake and starts spinning around as a bit of a whirlpool begins to form. And suddenly, with a laugh, this blue spirit with long flowing hair and a almost like a blue sundress appears before you all, and she goes, "Ah, yes. More questions? I don't think it is the following morning."
Well, it's not, but we wanted to make sure we had all the right things before we started. Does that make sense? All the information, so we can try to do it as right as possible.
The prep for tomorrow properly.
Yeah. We're just so shocked to see you before. Like, I know I've never seen a fairy, especially someone like you. So I couldn't think of anything to say. But now that we had some time to process, think about what we want to do.
And we would hate to go forward to do anything that harms you. We're looking to help you.
Yes. Then ask away.
Thank you. I look at Attic because I forgot the questions he wanted to ask.
One thing I was wondering, have you seen the people who've been with the crates? Are they dumping things into your lake, and do you know what they're dumping?
They are different every time. They bring the crates. They leave the crates. They dump what remains. Powdered crystals. Residuum of sorts.
We didn't find that, right? We just find vials of the liquid. We didn't find actual powder.
I thought we found residue in it.
Yeah, you found residue.
But none of these vials are full of it. It's just kind of residue of it.
It's more or less, it's residue. It was enough residue that you were able to do a successful experiments to break it down. So, big enough of a sample size, I'll say.
So I
So
guess. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, is that why you were feeling like there's no way it can be fixed? Because it's not like it's just a crystal you can pull out. It's just powder dispersed throughout the water.
Yes.
I see.
And its connection to a divine source makes it difficult.
To a divine source.
The spiritual
God,
stones.
I see.
So you do not want this in your lake anymore. That's what you want removed.
It is corrupting it. Something is tainting it.
Because
Is it the powder itself that's tainting it?
Let's see if she knows. Malice.
So does that mean in this powdered stuff, there's more than just red, blue, and green that you see in there? There's another crystal or something in it?
Not crystal. Effect.
Fact.
A curse.
Is there a curse in your lake?
And you didn't feel this malice curse until the powdered crystal was introduced, correct?
Correct.
So would that mean that the crystals were cursed themselves with malice? Or they mixed it in somehow or something?
That I don't know.
Okay.
That's definitely something we should look into to make sure it stops.
Definitely.
I mean, we have examples to try and test it on.
Oh, here's your vial back, by the way.
So didn't the water we use get rid of the malice?
What? Well, the water cleared out eventually.
Yeah, excuse me, Miss Fairy. Our exposure to the crystals, not the malice, seems to have offered healing and that sort of thing for us, but also it looks like it's making the animals have unnatural ways it hurts people or hurts things. Do you sense any other effects that may be related to this?
Not at this time. It is curious. I do not know how they infuse the malice, but they do.
That is an interesting point because we've encountered malice before and we poured the purified water on it and it got rid of it.
That I do not know.
We'll try and find that out before we attempt anything. Is there examples or sources of malice within the lake that we could examine, or anything you could point us to that is being more cursed than other parts? Something maybe we can get to if it's underwater? Or is it just everywhere?
I only know of my fountain. My reach does not extend beyond it.
Oh no, I meant here, the fountain. Is it diluted everywhere in the water, or is there a source, like a crate underneath the water that we're not aware of yet?
They just pour the residuum.
I see. How long has this been going on? Do you know?
About a month.
A month. Okay. If we're going to try our best tomorrow, But if we can't figure it out, is there any way you'd be willing to continue to wait and see if we can figure out other answers for people who might know more? And I'm just saying that if it doesn't work. I mean, we're going to try everything we can with what we have right now, of course.
He goes, make a persuasion check.
I wanted to add in there too, potentially to help her, if that's all right.
That's fine.
I was gonna say, if nothing else, at least do what we can to prevent people from coming and dumping any more into the lake for the time being, before we can figure out what to do to maybe help this.
All right, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Thank you. The advantage helped. 23.
Noise.
Nice. Paladins. All right. She looks at you for a moment. She flies up almost like an inch away from your face as she's trying to read you.
Avon kind of tightens up when she does that, but doesn't do
My hand to my side is just going like this. Like,
She,
chill out.
a slight grin comes on her face. And almost like, go make an insight check for me, Scissory, actually.
Okay. Okay.
Can I make one as well, especially since Avon's on guard about this?
Not for this one.
15.
I'm gonna message you something real quick.
Ooh, fun.
Message me something. That's
Great
official.
messages.
Whispers.
This message is brought to you by Awesome D&D. Play D&D. We recommend.
And boar meat. Find it at your local store.
I mean, technically not wrong.
No. All
Sad,
right.
I'm all out of.
Okay, yeah, so I think I just sort of like look at her like a little like blink a little bit, and I just kind of smile uncertainly like, yeah.
She then flies back and just goes, very well. If you succeed tomorrow, then you shall be rewarded per our agreement. But if you don't, I'll give you 1 week.
That is perfect. Perfect.
Agreeable.
Yeah? Okay. We all good with the week?
Of course. We're here for a year. Might as well stay at a lake for a week.
2 years, but okay, yep.
All right.
Very well. Do you have any other questions for her?
I kind of looked to Attic because I don't remember if he had any other ones.
Think we're good for now. Thank you.
Great Fairy, if I could ask just one more measly question. Okay. I was told by my own fairy friend.
She kind of peeks
Traveler?
out. She kind of peeks out, just kind of waves, and then just goes back into your shawl, casts invisibility.
I need to learn that. She said that you would be spirits of possibly the forest and of nature.
That we are.
Do you know? Man, I gotta look at my notes. Crap. Dang it. I had it in my head. It starts with an M. No, where is it? Oh wait, it's on my thing. Are you familiar with the Maku tree? And the spirit there?
She looks you up and down, curiously, strokes her chin just a little bit. It has been some time since I've heard that name. Not often have I met beings from Holodrum. I am familiar of him. Just as the great Deku tree guards the Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest there, the Maku tree guards the forest over in Holodrum.
I see. Thank you. Much appreciated. I hope to help you as well.
Great. Is that the only question you had? Perfect. That moment, then she begins to spin and into a spiral. Suddenly a whirlpool happens once more, with the wind whipping around and the leaves going outward this time. And suddenly, in a flash, she vanishes beneath the waters.
That went really good, right?
Nice job.
Yeah, no, you all did great. Seemed way less hostile.
Still got in your face. Could have gone poorly, but I'm glad everything went well.
That's her thing, I feel like. She did that to Attic earlier. Maybe it's like a fairy thing.
Is that a fairy thing?
This point, suddenly, Sprite just comes, makes herself reappear, and then flies around up to your face and just goes, not really. Oh, my apologies. And then she scoots back just a little bit.
I have a personal bubble thing. So I do appreciate that. Thank you.
I know. I'm sorry. I forgot about that. A moment elapsed. It's my apologies.
Of course. Also, you're not going to be taking my things all the time, right? You know, the vial thing. I'll let it go, but...
She goes, not really. She's just holding up another vial, just banging her head against... Oh, I'm sorry. Slipped. And she just gives it to you, and she gives it back with a little mischievous smile and grin across her face.
Gonna work together. I see a page go in the notebook, and he just turns away looking at her, but you just see a small bar show up on a page.
She snaps her fingers, it turns into a star.
But now,
What
what do you guys... So what do you think? Did you glean anything from that conversation, Attic?
Oh yeah, there was a lot in there. I mean, potentially could be very connected to our good friend Zarek and those people.
Sure.
What? Wait, what do you mean?
Malice.
But he had malice on
right.
him. He had crystals.
Uh-huh.
Very well could be connected.
Yeah,
I think
true.
it's surely connected at this point.
I mean, nobody sees malice for how long, and all of a sudden crystals and malice show up in the same place. That seems pretty suspicious to me.
And didn't
Very true.
Zarek say that the man that hired them, if I remember correctly, had malice himself?
I don't know about
I
that.
don't-
Where that came
remember
from. I don't know why that was something I was thinking. Okay.
I think they were just talking about crystals, and then he happened to have malice on him. That's all I know.
Interesting. Well, regardless, he had malice on him and was killed, assumedly, by someone that had to do with what they was being hired for. Cannot be a coincidence.
Or somebody who didn't like the operation for one reason or another.
Yeah, I mean, what if he was he one of the people that was bringing stuff to the lake? Or handing it
Could
off
be.
to someone who was going to bring something to the lake?
Could be, but maybe Timlin can prove really useful to us in helping find those people.
I think the
Yeah.
next person to talk to would be after Timlin, his brother,
We do need to talk to him. We keep forgetting that. Okay.
down by the docks. Hopefully the gods will look into it, but be something to follow up on.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are getting me caught up on all this. Never gonna go.
So you love it, man!
Oh,
This
you
is great!
love it!
You're one of the crew.
I never
This
said
is-
I enjoyed it.
You do.
It's a puzzle piece to be completed.
Well, you'd want a
You
whole
love
puzzle.
puzzles, don't you?
I love puzzles. They
Things
are
are-
life. And I know Scissor's gonna force me to come along anyway, so might as well make
Yes,
something
you
out
might
of
as
it.
well enjoy it. Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying I'm enjoying this.
Great attitude to have.
Thank you.
You don't have
And
to say it.
He
No,
turns
it's
back.
true.
He turns back and goes to his book again.
Yeah.
Not enjoying this.
I hate
And-
every second.
I hate
Said
this.
Just never said enjoy.
And Aaron, while this is all happening, Era's just sitting there talking. It's like, are they normally like this? Do they normally stand off and talk for a decent while? What brought you to Lurline?
Well, it was a rumor I heard way back when, and I was trying to follow up on it, but then I kind of got caught up in all this.
Oh,
There it is.
what was that rumor?
Oh, it's about the old watchtower
The old watchtower.
just outside of town.
Huh. That place used to be a long-time garrison for the old guards, mainly stationed outside of Lurline, a little bit of between here and also Fort Hateno up north. Sometimes the castle guards would come down here. It was a little bit of a rotation type deal. It was quite fascinating. There's large shrines dedicated to that of Hyleia in its depths. Always been wanted to go.
Well, eventually, when we were done with this, we were planning on going, if you would like to join us. Of course, I cannot guarantee your safety.
Well, that does sound most fun, but I think he pulls out a little bit of a pocketbook and says, I do believe, though, I will probably be a little bit busy. I have an auction going on in the next few days. I don't think I necessarily would have the time.
Auction 4.
We're just having an auction. People come over to my estate and we're just selling off various goods and trinkets that we found. Sometimes some merchants come together, some sailors, whatever the things they find, and we just sell them off.
Anything exotic come through?
Oh, we only give away the most exotic, my friend.
Like what?
The most interesting thing would be most likely sea charts of that sort of nature. There's even rumor of something that came from a shipwreck within the center of the Eye of Calamity.
Would I have knowledge of that?
You actually would. This is something that's been around for about 500 years. It is off the coast, so south of Hyrule, and just so it's in between Hyrule, Termina, and then Kalashia. These three continents. It is a perpetual storm that's just happening in one spot. For those who are familiar with Galarian lore, it's very similar to the Eye of Abednego. So it's just a perpetual storm. It is oftentimes rumored that anyone who has tried to go into that storm has never returned, most likely due to a shipwreck. So this treasure is rumored to be from the center of the eye. And he's just looking. Arrow's just watching.
Fascinating story. I really
Fascinating.
do. Sorry for interrupting. I
You're
think
fine,
it's
man.
very interesting.
Well, then I can imagine someone with that kind of treasure would be asking for a lot for it.
Oh, decently so. If you wanted to come, you're more than welcome. You can certainly take part in the auction if you so desire, or just see it happen. You're more than welcome to join. You and all your companions.
Well, I will talk to them about it. Maybe it'll be something to consider.
Well, very well. It should be happening at about... He pulls out his pocketbook and says, about 2 days from now, and it seems to be about the afternoon.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to make sure nothing sneaks up on us. And I'm going to go ahead and just spend the time to cast Alarm.
Perfect. That takes 10 minutes to cast, correct? Or it just takes a minute?
1 minute to cast, and it's a 30-foot range.
30-foot range. So you just go out, you take the silver thread, and just put it into a 30-foot radius. And you're basically telling everyone, sleep in this circle.
Basically.
Awesome. So, Avum, by this time, you have managed to finish reading the book, and you came across the portion of the Triforce.
Triforce? Am I sure I'm reading that right? Triforce, good, awesome. Then just put a little accent over that, so make sure I hit that right. Interesting. Anything particular I'm reading? Is there anything on Malice in here as I'm reading?
This one, go ahead and make we'll say an intelligence check to see if you're able to find it.
Okay. Yeah, no, 6.
6. You are mainly focused on the pronunciation of Triforce, and that you're not able to really find where the section that would talk about Malice would be located.
But Triforce, though, okay. And then he's able to relate that to the 3 gods that we've been hearing about so far?
Yes, and actually, since you're the only one who has read about it, I would allow you to make either a history or religion check, because you're a Twilight. Up to you.
Interesting. I'll do religion, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. It's one of the options. Go ahead.
Oh, that was close. 118. 21.
21, perfect. You come across the name of the Golden Goddesses does not ring a bell at all, but then suddenly you come across the name Triforce. And for you, as a Twily, this object is passed down more as a cautionary tale, because this thing is directly tied to your race's origin. This is something that every child in the Twilight Realm knows, that your race started by beings known as Dark Interlopers, who tried to control the Triforce, but the gods punished them and sent them to the Twilight Realm. And that's how your race was born.
Can't judge a book by its cover, but it can change after the fact.
Oh, absolutely. Totally can. That's just how the origin of your story. You totally can change.
He's probably just talking out loud about the opinion, because this is written from a light realm.
Yes.
Talking about it. So
very much so.
All the Twili are bad or anything.
Yes, and now suddenly the connection further hits as to why the Mirror Twilight is so guarded. Unfortunately.
Just because of the aspect of darkness and corruption. Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Cool.
Don't judge a book by its cover unless it's Kevin, then do.
Just as far as RP's sake, this is stuff he would at least as he's reading, be saying it out loud and just kind of saying to himself, but kind of repeating to everybody so that they could hear in case it triggers anything.
So when the name Triforce hits, this is where things are going to get a bit weird. Scissory, same thing. History or religion check. Aaron, history check. A deck is religion. This has to do with your histories and your history's specific connections and the stories they would pass down about the Triforce. 5. You were so bored when it came to the history and stuff like that. You were boring. And it just didn't connect.
No.
History, it's so fascinating. Isn't this great?
No.
I'm throwing a rock out the windows.
Pretty much. Aaron, what'd you get?
19.
19. A deck?
22.
22. Aaron, we're going to cover you first because yours is going to be less complicated. What you would know as a Rito is that the Triforce is passed down as, again, a sort of a cautionary tale. Its exact powers are unknown. You just know that this is a very powerful artifact. You know that specifically there are 2 major wars that were fought over this thing. The first one was the Hyrulean Civil War. This went on for centuries. The exact time is not known because it is an ancient war, but it often is cited as one of the things that helped shape the kingdoms of Hyrule. And also, many atrocities were committed. The second one is the Imprisoning War. The Imprisoning War lasted not as long. It was a much smaller conflict. That's really all that you know. Basically, that this thing is a powerful artifact, and several wars and bloody wars were fought over this thing. A deck. As a Sheikah, you would have much stronger knowledge about this thing. Again, you know it's a powerful artifact that has the ability to grant the person who touches it a wish. To do so, though, to get this wish, you must have a perfect balance of power, courage, and wisdom. If you don't, the Triforce will split into 3 pieces and will usually reside. One fragment will reside usually in the person that exemplifies that aspect the most. So that's what you're all able to gather when you hear that phrase, the Triforce.
All right.
Does that mean anything to you guys specifically? I mean, 3 pieces of this item, 3 gods, 3 crystal things. It seems a little interesting.
Oh, that's why it's connected, because of the 3. Why are you looking into this? What was this?
Well, if I read correctly, you can correct me if you didn't find this, but the colors associated to those 3 gods potentially associate to these crystals.
That is generally a fair assumption. So yeah.
I mean,
Each one represents something else. Power, courage, and wisdom.
Courage, wisdom. Okay.
Sorry, all I know is that it was a very powerful artifact, but
Oh yes, very powerful. If you are in possession of it, you can attempt to get a wish.
power like that is very tempting to those who would try to wield it.
What do you mean?
Many wars have been fought over it.
What do you mean by a wish? Like, what does that mean?
You
grant
wish
whatever you
for
want.
something. Like, what is your greatest desire?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, to explore everywhere. Like, everywhere.
So you could wish for that, and it would be done for you if you are in balance with those 3 things.
Oh, that's cool.
So you're living your greatest life? Is that what you're saying?
Basically. Why do you think I'm in such a good mood all the time?
Hashtag blessed then, alright.
What is this hashtag?
It's a little like thing that we're trying to start among this little research group in the realm. It's just an inside joke, but
Super nerdy.
it's very nerdy. Trying to see how many disadvantages I can get tonight from that.
No, this is potentially psychic damage.
It's like, do I roll it?
Do I roll it?
You heard in class all the time what they talked about, what it means for our people. So
What does it mean for your people?
Yeah, even what does it mean?
Well, you remember. Why don't you teach the class, Isri?
I like to
It's-
hear from you, Avum.
Yeah, me too.
Good cover addict. The Triforce, now that I'm reading up on it and remember, corrupted, I think, people that wanted to control it, and they were banished to the realm that we now live in. None of us, not all of us, are dark, but that's at least rumored or spoken about in the creation of our people. Hence, why artifacts and magic and the nature of things is so important. It's what actually inspired me to start learning. It's time, the realms, nature, how they interlope, how we understand them. So important. But Scissory, the mirror, that's why it's so closely guarded. Because of, I believe, the perception of what our people can do if we're not, as Attic said, in balance. If people even think we can be in balance compared to the light realm.
Don't want to step out of bounds. You can tell me if I'm off, but like, I'm guessing stories about Ganondorf are pretty well known.
For that, I would need you to make a history check as a Sheikah. We'll see, because even just in games, even with Urbosa, even she doesn't know the name of Ganondorf. It's just passed down as it was rumored he took on the form of Gerudo. So go ahead and make a history check for me to see if you would even know the name.
And I as well.
Sure.
I got a natural 20 for a 26.
Nice.
DM, make a history check to see if you know the name. Dice, yes.
He died.
Let's hold mine.
Hold my dice. A deck. Well, Aaron, you know, there have been multiple beings over the course of Hyrule and Dinrod's history that have tried to go for this exact item. Beyond that, you're not sure. A deck. While the name Ganondorf has gone about, the name he is most known for, though, is Ganon. And you would definitely know that it is in legend that he potentially took on the form of a Gerudo at some point. Again, because at this point, it would be several millennia, nearly over 10,000 plus years ago, when he would have taken that form.
Yeah, it's not just anybody. I mean, it could be anybody who could seek to corrupt it. So
Yeah.
it's not just one race or anything.
Yep.
And you told us we don't know about Ganondorf as far as the Twilight, right? I think you told me that earlier.
You wouldn't know about Ganondorf because by
It's like very
games,
secretive.
that was very secretive. So
Yeah. I'm sure that's not the story they would tell the masses afterwards, for sure. Yeah. Cool.
Anybody can be corrupted when there's a wish out there. So yes, wars, like Aaron said, could easily happen.
That is true, because you could be like, I want everybody's money. And you just have it. Right? That's how it works?
Could wish to be the ruler of the world.
Or that.
Is that how you got your lordship, Lord Aaron?
No, I did not get I got it because, well, I was born into it.
I was going to say hard work, but yeah, being born into it, that's still as gratifying and awesome.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
Well,
So are you lord over the whole city then? Or
No, I am just but one. The mayor oversees everything, but I am but just a lord, if you will. I oversee a portion of it, but not all of it. It's mainly the mayor that has control over everything, and I am subservient to him. I guess you could say I'm on his council.
I see. That sounds very fancy and important.
Absolutely. It is one of the most important roles, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely sounds like it.
Aaron,
Aaron.
Yes.
that little thing you did around the camp, I think I know what that is.
It's an alarm spell. If anyone was to try to sneak up on us, I'll know about it.
Yeah. I know how to do that, but I currently don't have it ready to do today.
Okay,
Could you
I got you.
potentially do it over by where the crates are in case anybody walks over to that side of the lake tonight?
Do I have another spell slot?
You
I
should. You should
I
have at
do.
least
I have
two.
one more spell slot. Sure, I can do that.
Just in case, that way we can intervene, maybe.
And I'll go ahead and do it over by the crates as well.
Perfect.
How out in the open are we? Like, if someone was coming up to the crates, would they see us?
So
Is
you
there-
are
can we hide
decent.
it?
You are decently surrounded by trees. This is an in-laked, a lake that is surrounded by trees in a forest. So you could definitely push them off into a brush area.
It is getting late. I would recommend we all get some sleep. Or do you guys want to take shifts?
I think we should definitely take shifts for sure. I mean, wild animals out here, or if anyone's coming back, we don't want to miss it.
Yes, I don't mind taking the first shift.
I cannot see in the dark, though, so I don't know if anybody else has a
I was gonna
special...
say,
You do have a campfire nearby. You are around a campfire, so doesn't
I'm
give a
just saying,
lot
for
of light.
over there, I
but yeah.
can't see anything, and
Yeah.
just maybe I'll team up with one of the ones who can see in the dark.
who wants
Yeah.
to team up with Attic?
You want to, Avum?
I would love to. Science bros, of course.
Then great, let's do
Hey,
it.
there you go. I just smiled.
Perfect. As you all are starting to go to rest for the night, go watches, you hear a rustling in the bush, followed by what sounds like the creaking of wheels. What do you do?
Is that on our side of the lake, or
It seems to be coming toward you all. It seems to be coming from where the road would have been.
It's not close enough to set off the alarm spell.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
And when was this?
Now,
Oh, okay, so it's not even.
like it's night or is it evening?
it's nighttime. It seems like it's coming off where the road would, the distance from where the road would have been. Yeah.
I hear wheels.
You able to get a sight from the sky, maybe a little sneaky, and we'll get close?
I can try. I don't know. I guess I'll start flying in that direction.
Okay.
See what I can see.
I don't know if Rito. I don't know if I gave Rito dark vision or not. 1 second.
You're gonna have to tell me that.
Yeah.
Let me
one-
look.
I'll look up the races.
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. I have it in my.
Oh,
I
Nice.
don't think I did.
I'd turn to the others and go, I can try and outflank get a view from the other side if you guys want.
You don't have dark vision, so this will be at disadvantage.
okay. Shit, I,
I mean,
need to
we
work on
can-
that one.
We can go. Or I guess, is it by the road we hear this, right? Or are we out in the middle of nowhere?
You're in
We're in the
a,
middle of nowhere.
pretty much.
19.
Oh, okay.
Even with disadvantage, 19.
I rolled a 17 and a 14.
Dang, dude! All right. Yeah. So as you're looking off, you do fly up, and some leaves go flying up, and you feel the coolness of the fall air hitting your feathers. And you go and you look, and you're scanning around, and you have to squint a little bit, but the cast it, but the glow of the campfire light is just enough to give off a bit of a shadow and an outline. And what you see appears to be 5 people coming toward the campfire. They appear to be carrying carts with them filled with a bunch of goods. One appears to be a little smaller, almost sitting on top of one of the carts.
They look hostile?
They don't. They just appear to be traveling toward the campfire.
Guessing we're engaging. You want to confront them, right, Attic?
I mean, I'm moving that direction, so I don't see him yet, do I? I'm just hearing it.
You hear them, but eventually, as you start to make your way there, they break the tree line. Making my way. They break the tree line, and you see a deck. You see 2 Hylians, a male and a female, a Gerudo, a Kokiri sitting on top of one of the carts, and then a human. You also see your friend, or someone you met, Valgrim, seems to be standing on the side. And looks and goes, "Oh, wasn't expecting to see you all here."
Oh, hey, Valgrim, what's up?
So Avum, before getting out in the open, was going to try and sneak around to the other side. So just want to put that out there. I don't want to
No, you're good.
have him present himself quite yet.
Aaron is going to try to land a bit behind them as well, without them seeing.
Yeah,
I'll be at the front with Scissor.
Go ahead and make stealth checks for me, both of you.
Funny enough, my stealth is better than my perception.
Dirty
Real
20.
quick, I want to throw this out there. Is he in his favorite terrain? Does that help him at all with this?
What?
I didn't know if it would help Aaron. Does it help his favorite terrain because it's forest?
Yes, it actually.
That's an excellent question.
I was going to ask about the perception check, but you rolled well for that, so I
Yeah,
just
no,
wanted
that's fair. That should give you actually either expertise or I think it should be giving you advantage. You would think I would have this memorized. So favorite terrain. There you are. Favorite enemy.
Look at that
Natural
Matt Mercer
Explorer.
opening of that book right to the right page. Impressive.
It's like I've been to the Ranger a lot. So when you forge, can it become law? When you're engaged with another activity, traveling, such as forging, navigating, tracking, your main alert to danger. You move stealthily on normal pace. Wisdom related check, favorite terrain. So this is not a wisdom or intelligence based check, so you don't double your proficiency. So
I think the perception would have been doubled, but
yeah.
it's okay.
Oh well.
With stealth, he moves at the same pace. He doesn't have to go slower.
Yeah, you don't have to move at half your normal pace like you normally do when stealthing. You can zip on down with your 50-foot fly speed. My goodness.
Yes.
Well, it's really fly
I am
anyways,
stealthing
so.
while going Mach 1.
24 for stealth.
24?
17 on the die.
Dang. All right, Ava, what's your stealth?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, that's right. So as you just go, and you just go into a straight up dive and just land right behind it, not making a sound. And Avum, you are able to easily navigate your way through, the darkness being your ally in this instance. And since you have perfect dark vision, you're not able to see in grays, but you're able to see in perfect colors because you live in the shadows. Your eyes would naturally adapt. And you go, and you both are around there. Avum, you see Aaron first before Aaron he sees you, mainly because he has 120-foot dark vision. He can spot you from a decent way out. So, but you both are standing right next to each other behind both carts, not spotted whatsoever.
Can I see if there's like crates on the carts?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're covered or not.
There are crates on the cart. They're not covered whatsoever.
Okay. Are they specific? Do I specifically see the insignia on the crate?
Make an investigation check. This is intelligence, so this will be doubled. So basically expertise.
Awesome. So I get
You get a +4.
4. $22.
22. You don't see any insignias.
Awesome. Cool.
Perfect.
I'm just going to stay hidden just in case.
Perfect. So Valgrim is Avum. Are you doing anything in this time?
No, just same thing. Just making sure it's who we want, and then kind of letting them play off of it. And then if we go into confrontation, kind of come out to surround them.
Perfect. I love it. So Adek and Scissory. Valgrim is standing there and goes, these fine folks hired me to be their protector. They're on their way to Castletown.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. You just see the campfire come over.
The little Kokiri just hops up and just almost like onto the shoulder of the Gerudo, and she kind of just lurches forward just a little bit. He goes, "Yeah, we saw the fire, and we figured, hey, we could head over there. You know, safety in numbers and all that stuff. There's been a lot of scary stories of people coming and tagging people in the night, and just then the Gerudo just kind of just covers the Kokiri's mouth. And he says, I don't know why he is still talking, but he is. Anyway, yes, we saw the fire. We figured it could be of assistance, safety in numbers and all that stuff, as he said. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay with that if everyone else is.
Potentially. Valgrim, could I have a word with you over here?
He kind of cocks his head just a little bit, brow furrowed, then walks, I suppose, and he walks forward with you and looks over you and goes, yes?
You know what? Actually, can I just insight him to see if he's hiding something or if he looks like he's genuinely escorting these people, like, as we were talking?
Go ahead and make an insight check, yeah.
24.
All right. He seems to be pretty genuine.
Okay. I go, so, you know what your wife's looking into? You know what your wife is looking into?
I am certainly aware that she's looking into things regarding the serial killer.
Yeah, and like the rats and all that stuff, right? That's
He
all okay.
gives a nod.
We got a whole bunch of crates over there with the same stuff. People are dumping it in. So, I don't know if they're gonna come back. We were camping out here to see if somebody came. So, if you're escorting these people, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's coming. I don't know if a fight's gonna happen. But they seem nice.
You bring up an excellent point.
I mean, something might not happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
He goes, huh. He turns around and goes, actually, friends, I think that it would be best if we moved on. And the Kokiri goes like, and it's just fine. We'll find our own camp. I'll be more than able to protect you all. And everyone goes, the female Hylian almost grips the male Hylian's shoulder and goes, are you certain? I mean, it's right here. We'd be more than able to... It is far better that if we move on. And it is clear in his tone that he is, that everyone's like, noted. And they turn to, and he says, let us go. And they turn to leave. And as they do, they turn around and see Avum and Aaron right behind them, and you just hear, ah!
Don't think you're going to
Is it
leave without a
really
few
bad?
questions being answered first, friend.
He goes, the Hylians are going like, what questions? We're merchants.
Where did those crates come from? Who'd you buy them from?
I made them myself. He says, we sell books and jewels. We have a shop in Castletown. We were coming to show off our wares in Lure Line.
I'll nudge this ready and just say, look at him taking the initiative on investigating, and he doesn't like this.
God, he's playing a little sheriff or something. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll roll it inside just for brevity's sake. I'll roll it inside.
No, I love it.
Everyone's gonna do the same, but I'll let them have it.
Fair enough.
I don't know how you want to play insight.
Technically, since this is
Individually
a
or
wisdom
group,
check, you get expertise on it because your favorite terrain.
Yeah, that's amazing.
15.
The shadows of the trees.
We're gonna bring everybody to the
15.
forest. To
Yeah, just bring
question them.
everyone to the forest and just Aaron is the lie detector now.
Why are they here?
As you're looking, swear to me. As you're looking, he seems to be genuinely honest because suddenly these two figures are standing right behind them out of nowhere. He has no reason to really hide.
Okay. I'll put like one of my wings on Avon's shoulder. It's like, it's alright, Avon. They're telling the truth.
Well then, if you are telling the truth, no harm, no foul. But you see, there seems to be some issue with your product, and it's harming things. So, if you could help us out with that.
We sell books and jewels. What would be harming about that?
And he'll do a silent image, not silent image, but minor illusion of the symbol that's on the corner of the crate.
There is no symbol on the crate, just so you know.
Oh, I thought Aaron said there was.
No.
See, that's
No.
where I'm misunderstanding.
No.
Okay. I thought he saw the
There you go.
image.
I was wondering why
He
you were
said-
playing so hard
That's
on
why
it.
I'm
Yeah,
playing it
it's
this
like,
way.
what's he
I'm so
doing?
sorry.
No,
I'm like,
you're-
why are you guys letting people off? See, that was a misunderstanding on my point.
No, you're fine. That's why I was like,
If I
going
knew
next
that, I
top
don't
like
think Abel
crazy.
would have said anything. I misunderstood. So
You're
Abel does that symbol and is like, right, oh, of course you don't know. Come on. I'll wait for someone else to.
They're good.
he just turns like a shade of purple out of embarrassment. Just
He like goes and looks over at the crates. You know what this symbol is? You know, I'm really perplexed. I've been reading a lot of things. I'm really trying to figure out what this is. If you know books, that's why I was saying I was simply just trying to.
make a deception check.
I don't even know how to help you.
He'll get out of it. He'll get out of it. That's a 17.
17 against a commoner. He goes,
My apologies. I didn't mean to scare you out of the shadows, of course.
he rolled a 17 on his insight.
Mexican standoff. Bow, down, down.
Anyway.
my apologies for my Twilight friend. He's a bit on edge.
It's been. I don't like being out of town.
He goes, oh, it is just fine. Certainly. Valgrim, I think it's wise, yes, that we go ahead and find a different place. Come on. And they just start taking the carts, and Valgrim just looks and just gives you a slight look of like, what the heck, man? And then it just keeps on going.
No, it's just the jewels. We got tattoos. I was really curious about it. I think it's a great thing.
I'm gonna walk up next to Ava. I'm just like sling an arm around him.
He just
be
walks
like-
very defeated. I hate this. This is why I hate doing this. This is why I want to go home.
There goes your discount on books, friend. Just like take him back to the camp.
It was a good attempt if they were suspicious at all.
You guys could have told me you didn't see
You
this.
know,
I saw crates
I think the
whacking at
next
the
time
lake.
we find someone that is guilty, you're going to do a great
Yeah.
job.
It was very impressive.
But just remember, not all crates are bad crates. You know?
Not all
That's
merchants are bad merchants.
That's what they say when you assume about crates. You get boxed into assumptions.
All right.
That's okay. It was a good one.
Sorry, at night a wagon shows up by the lake. I'm assuming they're putting that stuff in the lake. He's gonna go sit down and do that.
Great, he just. All right, who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
All right,
Cesare, if you'd like to
I
help
was
me,
So
considering.
wondering why you guys were letting them off the hook.
Or why you're going crazy about
so
this?
sorry,
so
guys.
hard on it. Too. I was like,
I'm
what's
so
happening?
sorry.
Is he
Super
trying to rob
suspicious
them?
mode
I could have
activate.
swore I heard you guys say, "Yep," has the same looks. I'm like, awesome, we're on this.
I'll be honest. I was actually thinking you were trying to rob them for a second.
I didn't know what
wow.
you were doing. I was just wanting to see where it was going.
I'm so sorry.
You're fun. You're fine, man. You're
The,
fine.
the worst
Amazing.
level of D&D I think I've ever done.
Oh, that was
And I
amazing.
love it.
No, I am here for it because to me that is peak D&D. Is those
And
kind
that's
of
so
moments.
Avon too. I think Avon would think the worst right off the bat too. So I'm fine with how it played out. But man,
I love it.
That was amazing.
All right. So, Aaron and
Cesare.
so
Yeah,
actu-
I'll help.
yeah, Aaron and Scissor, you go. You have a nice night. Go ahead and make perception checks for me to see if you notice anything. And your alarm spell is still up, so it'll ding. Either one will ding if they go off.
Perception.
Or is that a 15?
No, it's 6.
Okay.
Oof. So this will be actually technically this will make it a flat roll.
Okay, cool.
Aaron. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not flat roll. It's disadvantage, but you still have expertise in it
Oh, okay.
because favorite terrain.
Well, that sucks. I would have added that 20.
Oof.
But 19?
19. You both are sitting, chatting, looking around, keeping an eye on things. Scissory,
22.
you're just engaged in the fire and the concept of everything, as well as just racking your brain as to just what happened with Ava. Aaron, you are lasered focused and you don't really see anyone approach.
All right, that was a 22. I forgot to add my modifier on top
22.
of
You still don't see anyone approach.
that. Awesome.
And then, second watch, Avum and Adek. Go ahead and make perception checks for me, please.
Perception.
Yep.
21. Good.
Okay, Adek,
14.
14. You both are sitting talking, having a nice science bro chat.
Look, you can understand my confusion, though. I think it's a very easy assumption to have, right?
You did great.
Thank you. Okay.
You're gonna be the interrogator every time.
You're trying to say that it's going to happen often, but okay. You and Scissor are very optimistic about things.
Yeah, I think you'll do great though. You got a job.
Cool. Perfect. And as you're all sitting and talking, you hear the snap of a twig. Aaron, your thing pops off.
Immediately awake.
And as you stir, suddenly you feel a blade against your chest. I wouldn't necessarily do that if I were you. And that's where we take our break.
Dang. I got past the 21. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
They got closer than 30
Stealthy
feet.
person.
Did that not
That
set
or
off
the-
the alarm?
It did.
Because of the 30-foot radius.
Yeah, he set it around. You would have set it around the campfire. So, yeah, you.
Oh, both.
Um,
It was both, wasn't it?
But there, you look up around you, and it's mainly centered around the campfire, not the crate. So, because the crate is on the other side of the lake,
mhm.
and the campfire is.
Yeah, there's 2 alarm spells though, right?
Yeah, but one's around the crate. That's
And
on the
the
other side
other's
of the
by
lake,
the
and then there's one by the
Yeah,
campfire.
there's campfire. So they didn't go by that way. That's why that one didn't go off first.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this one went off right for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one went off.
and right as
It
he got
to
up,
me
because
faster. before I
would-
can get up.
Yeah, because it would take a while for you to wake up to move. That's what caused him to do. So
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool.
Perfect. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump over to our break. We're going to take about a 10-minute break. So we'll be here about 8:41 to see where this goes and who are mysterious people that have now shown up. So stick around for our weekly Zelda trivia and let's see what happens. See you in 10 minutes. And welcome back, everybody. So, apparently, Silent is seeing lightning outside of his house. So if he cuts out tonight,
Oh, there it was again.
we're tempting fate here.
About 4 miles away for that one.
Okay, so here's hoping the power does not go out. We'll hope about that. But regardless, in the meantime, picking up where we left off during break, Avum and Adek were sitting talking around the campfire when they heard off in the distance the snapping of a twig, which alerted them to that someone was quickly approaching. And then the alarm went off for Aaron to wake up and then see that he has what appears to be a scimitar at his chest. And as you all look around, you just hear, I wouldn't do that if I were you. As you all wake up, Scissory, you're asleep, but you probably wake up at this point.
Yeah, I'd be kicking her.
Yeah. You all look around and you see what looks to be a Hylian with a scimitar and nice leather armor, with a scimitar drawn, pointing at Aaron. And you look over and you see, so this would be to your left, and then to your right, you see another Hylian with a scimitar. Off in front of you is a person cloaked in magely robes with a skeletal figure and claws standing next to them. A symbol is around this magely robed figure's neck. And the person talking to you, Aaron, looks and says, we can make this easy or, well, painful. It's up to you all, really.
And it also depends. What are you?
It does not matter who I am.
Are these the same Hylians from before?
No.
These are different.
Yep.
Strange.
It kind of matters to me, considering you have a sword in my chest.
Well, it could be in your heart. Hand over your jewels and everything valuable.
I got Sanctuary in Aaron.
Roll initiative.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Aaron's done her.
As soon as you cast something,
Aaron's done talking.
Attic is ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a lot closer.
Avum
That's
doesn't
smart
suck it out
though
against people,
to do
so-
sanctuary on him.
Okay. I believe in you, Aaron. All right. So go ahead and place yourselves. And we are going to head on over to the... Oh, okay, perfect. It is showing. Switching over to battle music.
Very quickly, before I do anything, do I, like the guy in the robe, do I see the same insignia, like the eye?
Go ahead and make a perception check. Again, expertise, because you're still technically in your favorite terrain.
I just gotta remember my initiative.
Sure. While you're doing that, a deck.
Got a 20
Mod 20. Okay, what's your dexterity?
plus 2? Yeah, plus 2.
Okay,
14.
perfect. Avum,
22.
22. Perfect. Scissory.
I got 20.
Nice.
Dexterities.
I have a 15.
You have a 15. Okay, what's your score then, Adek?
14. So she goes
14?
first.
Okay, yeah, you'll be acting as a 21, Scissory. Aaron, first your initiative, and then followed up with your perception check.
So initiative is 21, and then perception is 25.
Okay. Aaron, you'll be acting as a 22. Wow, you guys all stacked up at the top there. Okay, and your perception was a what?
25.
25. You look, it's the same symbol.
Perfect. Well, at least I know who you are now.
Yep. All right. Avum, you're up first.
Good.
As you see, we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more for our fine folks at home to bear witness to the battle. Actually, zoom it out like that. There, perfect. All right, as you see this skeletal figure with claws and just standing next to the magely person, go ahead and it's your turn. What are you doing?
So kind of quietly looking between the two, he kind of reaches out with his watch hand, and again, kind of that spin. He kind of looks over, and that same glowing energy kind of wraps around Aaron just for a second, and then kind of fades. So that's gonna be my bonus action with Sanctuary, and then he's gonna stand up, taking out his crossbow, and I'm gonna hold my action in case an enemy attempts to attack one of my allies. Specifically, probably the one at Aaron, but just kind of keeping it open-ended for now.
Perfect. So when someone just tries to attack one of your friends, you're going to open fire.
Yep.
Perfect.
And Avon just stands up and goes, I don't think that's the right idea today, but we do have questions for you, so I'm glad you came to our camp.
All right. With that, Aaron, you're up. You have, if you stand up, you don't provoke an AOO, but he has to make a wisdom save anyways, so what do you do?
I imagine my hands were on my bow and my quiver.
Yes.
So, if I can manage to do it at the same time, I am going to try and get as far as possible.
Okay. He's gonna make a wisdom. So you're gonna move out of his threatened range. So he's gonna first make a wisdom save to see if he passes.
Hard to do it while you have Sanctuary on there.
Actually, yes, it is. That's a 9, so he fails as you just suddenly just stand up and then just start going away a little, flying up just a little bit. He just tries to hit you, but something seems to go in, and then suddenly the gears and clock begin to wind around and push him back. And he just looks at his sword, just completely confused as to what happened. All right,
Save him.
go ahead
Not a good
move
idea.
to where you would be, and then go ahead and open fire.
I'm going to move this way.
Perfect.
And then Avon should get the attack, right?
Yes, because he attacked one of his foes. He attacked.
That's true. Yeah.
Sanctuary or not. So we'll go ahead and do.
Would that be when he's still within range? I'm curious about that. Like when as he's leaving his AoE, so he's still within 5 feet, or just curious how sneak attack
I'll
would
count
work
it.
there.
So you won't have advantage, but you still get sneak attack because he's technically within 5 feet. So yes, I'll count it.
That would be a 16.
A 16. That hits.
Hey, I'll use the new dice Mark gave me.
Woo!
So that's 9 points slashing and.
You mean piercing? Crossbow.
Also, it's piercing.
Just kidding. Yep.
That's a magic crossbow.
That's the one. I mean, you know, I curve it.
It has the broad tips, not
Yeah,
the.
you know.
You fire sharpened clock gears at people and it's like a buzz.
Ow, that hurts.
Ooh.
And then 5 points sneak attack.
So 9, so that's 14 points.
I'm a
Perfect.
rogue.
Yeah, you're a rogue. All right, and you just take it, and it goes right into his shoulder. He goes, all right. Aaron, it's your turn. Go ahead and do your thing, my dude.
Sorry about this one. You kind of threatened me with a sword to the heart, so might as well put an arrow in your heart. I will break Sanctuary. I understand this.
Yes, no, that you had the perfect use for Sanctuary.
That is a dirty 20.
You hit, my good sir.
And then 8 plus 5, that is 11 damage.
11 points of damage. All right. As you just go and you're like, sorry, my friend, and you're flying a little bit in the air. You take take your bow into your wing, pull back and fire. And he looks up like, what? And lands right in his chest, straight to his heart. And he goes back, and he just goes and collapses onto the ground. Well, he is dead. Perfect. And with that,
I'll just quickly land and just like, thanks for that.
all right, Sanctuary is gone. Scissory, you're up.
Sorry, I'm chewing.
You're good.
I have chocolate.
This is just waking up, taking a stack.
Just takes the thing of beef jerky.
So I think, is there any of them that look more like they're focused on us, or is there other ones that are focused on like the crate things?
Make an insight check.
I would know if they approach, if something approaches the crates at least.
You would.
I got a
Yeah, I'm just pretty sure. That's all.
A 6. You don't know.
That's okay, that's pretty fair.
That's
For
pretty
rolling
accurate.
This is it something with paladins that just roll low? What
Roll low
is
specifically
about it?
with wisdom abilities.
Yeah.
We can't have it all, that's why.
Wisdom and
Brandon,
dexterity.
Colin, Scissory, like
You already
what
do a
is
lot of
going
damage.
on?
You're tanky with the armor.
Is Error awake, by the way?
Yes, Error is awake. He seems to be loading his musket.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I guess I will just kind of, rush past over here and I'll hold my attack for the moment. To see if and I'll basically be like, all right, you had your chance, time for you to go now. And if they attack, then I will attack.
Perfect.
Just giving him a chance to get out of here, because
I'll say go ahead and since the intent is to get them to run, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
see how scary I am.
Exactly. Rawr.
Grr. I got a 17.
17. Okay. He looks as not likely. All right, with that, a deck. You're up.
All right, so they're not running.
Some of
They're
you.
trapped in here with me. Okay. As I rise up, I'm gonna go to my Sheikah slate and go and pinpoint a rock on the shore of the lake
I love that spell. by the way.
rise it up and draw it in a line across. So I want to draw it kind of like this, like that, starting with the mage person first.
Yeah.
And if they fail, or if they succeed, then the skeletal person. And if they succeed, so on down the line, dexterity saves. as I
Dexterity
cast
saves for all three of them. This
catapult.
is catapult. I figured. Okay.
Love it. That's
Let's
awesome.
go and roll for the. All right, that die is lost to the ether. Bandit.
It's just the first one that fails
Oh,
gets hit. So
First one fails. So,
Okay,
the first
so-
one succeeds, I should say. The mage managed to succeed.
okay. So then it would go to the next thing, which is the skeletal thing.
Yeah, he rolled a modified 18.
Okay. So that will take 4, 11, and 15 bludgeoning damage.
From the skeleton?
The skeleton takes 15 bludgeoning from my rock that collides with it.
From my smell what the rock is cooking. It's cooking pain. As it just goes flying past the mage dude, he manages to block it, dodge it just in time, and the skeletal looks. It's gonna undo for. It fails, and suddenly its head just goes flying off into the near the lake, but doesn't go in it. And you took care of it, handedly.
Then with my bonus action, I'm going to draw my blade and put my shield on quick, and I'm going to move my movement, which is half, I'm guessing, because I have to stand up. But,
Yeah, pretty much. So you have 15 left.
it got 20 actually, because I've got 40 total.
Oh, that's right. Your movement also goes bazonk.
I'm going to run up to the mage then and engage them.
Perfect. All right, well, it is his turn. And you look, and he just seems to be wearing massive robes and a hat, and his face is just completely obscured. And he goes, and he's gonna suddenly fire. Let's see. What level is he doing? 1, 3, 4, 5. Just blue bolts just come flying out, and they're gonna hit you. A deck.
All right.
4.
Counter spell.
I was gonna say, you're
Holy,
not high
we're
enough
not
level to do that. You can search.
I always love the DM's face because it gets me every time. We're like, you can't do that. Okay, yeah, it was a joke.
Yeah, no. Well, the thing is, like, I'm used to my Friday group where they do have that, so.
PTSD of hearing it. We're like, what? Dang it. Oh, wait, you're level 2. Come on now.
Only level 3. He either rolled really well or really bad, and I don't know what.
I think
Hey,
that's a
but
good
suddenly
taste.
just you get hit with all 5 bolts. I need you to take 19 points of force damage.
You got it.
Ooh.
I'm good. Let's keep going.
Yep.
I'm good.
Let's go.
Attic just looks more
Do
mad.
this all day.
And then Aaron is going to move over here. He's going to load, and he is going to go ahead and fire on the wizard dude. And that, it's not going to be a misfire. It was
God.
close, but he is going to go. And it's going to go a bit wide because
Oh, he still missed.
he still missed. All right.
I held my attack. Could I make my attack now? Since
Oh,
they're not running
that's
away?
right, because you're saying when one of them attacks. That's right. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, I'm standing right in front of this guy.
I'm just kidding. Don't. That seems like overkill. Don't.
So I got a 22.
Yes, that would hit.
No sneak attack, but
No, unfortunately.
6 damage.
Nice. Perfect. All right, well, it is his turn. He's going to make a swing. That is going to be a 7 to hit, which doesn't hit.
Nope.
As you just take your shield and just smack it away, and I imagine kind of playfully at this instance.
Yeah, I'd be kind of like, that was real cute. Nice try.
You don't have enough badges.
Here.
Next up is...
I know that reference.
Well, since Skelebro's
Hey, Steve
dead,
Rogers.
since Skelebro's dead, Avum, you're up.
Awesome. Avum's just gonna go. I do think we should probably keep at least one around for questions.
I have a really bad idea. Go help your sister.
Good. He'll run over to the other side here to Scissory. And assuming you said we can see the Sheikah symbol on the mage.
It's
right?
not a Sheikah symbol, or will you assume
Right,
it would be an
eye,
ancient
the eye,
an
yeah.
eye?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the
You
eye
as-
symbol there.
You assume could be an ancient Sheikah symbol, correct?
Cool. He goes, no, you see, that's not really nice. You shouldn't do that. And he dropped his crossbow earlier and will take out the dagger and just stabby stab
Maybe that.
this guy over here.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Oh, I can't read the clock thing. Okay, it's 11. 22.
Yes, that hits.
I can't read the clock thing.
Can't read it. All right, so that's a D4.
So matching, but yet so complicated to read.
That is going to be a 6 slashing damage with the dagger, and then 2 points with the sneak attack.
So
Is sneak attack just the same damage as your
Yeah.
weapon? Okay, so I can just add it in when I say it.
Yep.
Cool. Yes.
So
Add them out. 8 points,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. All right, perfect. And you just stab it into his guts. And he looks back at you. All right, next up is going to go ahead and be Aaron. Scissory, you're on deck.
Okay. He's going to sling his bow and he's going to take out the rope he has.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And then he's going to fly towards Attic, yelling at him to catch one end of the rope. And I'm going to try if I can essentially AT-AT this man with the rope.
Yeah.
Like I said, dumb idea.
No, so just so you know, if you try to do this, you'll also potentially be hitting Scissory.
No, I want to do the
My
wizard.
guy,
not,
the
Oh,
wizard.
your guy.
The wizard,
Oh, yeah.
not scissors. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, whole campaign. Perfect.
I want to do the wizard.
You want to do the wizard. You want to do the
I want
wizard.
to AT the wizard.
All right. Sure, I'll allow it.
Is that like a
So-
ranged grapple? What is that?
Basically, I'm
So
going to have this
telling
more or
Attic to
less
hold one
be...
side of the rope, and I'm just trying to loop around him.
Basically, I'm going to have this almost work like a grapple, where you're going to need athletics to see if you're able to get it tight enough, and then he's going to make an acrobatics or athletics check to see if he can overdo it. Since
I like it.
a deck is helping you, I will give you advantage on this one.
Okay.
So that's how I'll treat this.
So what am I rolling first?
This will be athletics, since you're technically doing a
Okay.
makeshift grapple, if you will.
Okay. 17.
17.
18 down to 17.
Well,
You said advantage, right?
yes, advantage, because a deck
okay,
is technically helping you.
Let me roll over them. Still a 17.
Well, it didn't matter because as suddenly you go around, he looks, and you just clothesline him and just, and he just goes and just suddenly just collapses onto the ground. He is prone. Poor Sap rolled a 1.
Oh no.
We'll say he actually takes. I rolled a 6. He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
The power of speed, man.
Yeah.
That worked out better than expected. I think, hold this. I'm just going to tie him.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say you'll be able to tie him on your next turn because you've done a lot. But still, that was. Jeez, this poor guy.
That's so much better than I thought it would.
It really did. And the
awesome.
dice were like, all right,
Yes.
Scissory, you're up.
I guess I would probably be like glancing over at them and be like, why didn't I think of that? And then I hit this guy. Because I can roll advantage, right? Because of
Yep.
flanking.
You're flanking, so you get sneak attack.
Okay, 22 to hit.
All right, that hits.
18 damage.
Perfect. 18. As you just take it, and you just he turns around, looks at you, and just said, "We warned you," and you just stab him and just and he goes down.
Oh, that's a little messy.
All right.
The end.
He is out of the order. Adek, you're up. You see this poor guy basically just wheezing on the ground, just.
Yeah. Since he's grappled right now, can I use my action to like bump it up to fully restrained so he can't cast or anything at this point and we have him as a prisoner? Like, can I just
Yeah.
end this fight basically?
Yeah.
Hopefully?
Well, welcome to DMing Mark.
No, I'm here for this. I love this.
It's
Okay,
great.
athletics versus acrobatics. Let's go.
If he's prone, do I have advantage?
You technically do.
Okay.
Actually, no. That's only on. No, you don't technically because
I would technically
Yeah.
be helping him, though.
Nah. That's
yeah.
fine.
No,
I'll take it.
it'll
I'm
be-
not too worried
Okay.
about
Yeah.
it.
Kit.
That's why I'm not worried. Natural 20
The dice hate this guy.
I got this, guys.
for a 25. And you know what? Let's pump in my intelligence for 4 more on top of that just to finish
So-
this fight once and for all.
Oh,
So
29?
part of me really wants to use my
29.
ability to make him re-roll so he can't get this nat 20 out of all the PTSD of nat 20s, but I'll be a good
So
player.
29.
29 to finish this fight.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no, the dice hate this guy, and because he got another natural 1. This poor sod,
Oh my God.
and
So good.
Oh,
and you just reach down and you just grapple and be like, no, shh, only dreams.
Or error over here is like, but I'll help, guys. Don't. Oh, okay.
All right,
Shut off. He just missed.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're jumping back to the main screen because combat is technically done. As suddenly the guy is just kicking and screaming. Well, he is screaming. He's trying to get out. He's like, wait! I can help. I can provide information. And
Well,
error.
good, that's what we want.
Yeah. Perfect. Go ahead and make perception checks for me, everybody. That poor son.
What was Aaron doing? I'm sorry if I just interrupted
No,
you.
you're good. Go ahead and make perception checks to see.
I still have a
11.
+4.
11.
17.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Y'all, tonight's the night of 20s, apparently.
With 27.
27.
I had 20 total.
20 total. Avum,
Oh, 17.
17. Scissor, what'd you say you got?
11.
11. Okay. Well, those of you got 15 or higher. Scissory, you're just like, all right, that was fun. And then everyone else, you do notice that Error is slow.
Accurate.
Yeah, Error is slowly packing up his musket, very tentatively just eyeing this individual. And he's like, and he goes, wait! I'll tell you what do you want to know? I could potentially help you.
Yeah, you better, because you're in a bad spot, friend.
Yeah.
I would certainly say so.
When you say he was like tentatively watching them, is that like anything for an insight roll? Is that weird behavior?
If you want to, you can.
Yeah, Avon's gonna insight that.
Actually, I think I would too.
18? Well, I guess it's not bad. It's 18.
I was gonna say 18.
I was saying 18.
I'm not used to having this high of an insight.
I was gonna say
bonus.
18 at level 3 ain't bad, my dude.
Yeah, I'm used to
13
Reddit
for
where
me.
it's like a +1. So yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get?
13
Wes?
for mine.
13. Aaron, you are not necessarily sure. Aaron is very hard to read in this instance. Avum, you pick up that there's something about this guy that Error is just almost trying to read. Like
So it's
almost
not a
like
recognition, but he's picked up on something that interests him.
but also you're trying to gather that there's almost like a non-verbal communication happening.
Avon's gonna just slowly kind of like go over grabbing his crossbow, but then making his way to stand within 5 feet of Error. Not gonna say anything quite yet, but just wants to stand by him as we're trying to talk to this mage.
Perfect. So Error looks over you, eyes you a little bit, and then just looks ahead and goes, and the mage is, so what do you want to know? I could potentially help. Or
I'm gonna
he's
cure
restrained.
myself real quick. For
What?
cure wounds. I'm gonna cure wounds myself real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like kind of go over there. So, what were you and your friends doing?
We were informed to come check out this lake
By who?
by some random benefactor. I don't know much. I just do what I'm told within the organization.
Insight check. Does
Yeah.
that have anything to do with Error standing there?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Avon's really on like the defensive right
9.
9,
now. 17.
17.
As kind of like a help thing, can I just like threaten him a little bit with an arrow?
Okay. Well, first we're gonna go ahead and do the insight checks. Scissory, he seems to be fairly honest. Avum, you gather that he seems to be fairly honest, but with that 17, Error doesn't seem to be giving off any nonverbal cues.
Okay. Avum's not gonna be really part of this conversation, but he's really just be watching the two to try and figure out if there's anything going on here under play. So
I love it.
I don't want to interrupt the flow of things.
No, I love it.
I'll let you know.
I'll keep that in mind. So,
Friend, I know how to skin a boar very well. I would just like to let you know, I know how to do it with just an arrow. So you better be honest with us.
go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Now he talks.
14.
He goes, that makes sense. Given that you are a Rito and they tend to be hunters, so that kind of makes sense. I genuinely don't know who the person is. They always hide their identity. I was just informed to come to the woods. Apparently, a target is here.
And do what? What were you supposed to do?
Kill them!
So whoever was here, you were supposed to kill.
Yes.
You didn't know what they looked like, anything like that.
Because he said the person said that they would have a divine aura around them.
Aaron just kind of looks at Scissory.
Well, yeah. What does that look like?
Red, green, and blue.
Oh, interesting. So what would you do after?
That's gonna go to her head.
We were here to just kill them, and then we would just leave. Go ahead and make an insight check for me, Avum. Anyone can make an insight check on the guy, Avum.
I'll do it on the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it on the guy.
Natural 20,
Well,
Avum.
25. Yep, natural 20.
Edek, yes.
I just want to kind of like be around looking in pockets of other people for maybe notes of like their mission or anything like that could be going on. So.
Okay, for me, okay, so go ahead and make an investigation check. First, we'll do the insights on Scissory and Aaron on the guy. 9.
Yeah.
I got a
20. For
Science
26. For 26.
Yes.
Okay,
It
we'll come.
transcends all games.
You are our Taliesin. Anyway, I need to send you my dice to be blessed.
That's my
Come on,
dice.
I'm gonna give him my dice when we see each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna
For
come
sure.
up to Gary Con and I'm just gonna have my pile of dice and I'm just gonna say bless
all
him.
your things. Just touch them all.
Exactly. All right.
I got a 15.
15. Scissory, he seems to be telling the truth. He seems to be genuinely terrified. Aaron, even with that 9, you seem to have intimidated him rather well. Avum, you said you got 25?
25. There's a natural 20, 25.
Yeah, 25. I'm gonna message you something real quick.
Whispers?
Yeah, while he's looking at this out of the side of his mouth as he's watching Attic check the investigation too, he'd be like, might not be a bad idea to check on the other camp too. Or at least maybe find out if this is the first camp they went to.
Okay, so Adek, you do manage to find that one of them has a letter denoting that to come to the forest, that the one that a target to kill will is marked as the others. And in the bottom corner, you see that eye symbol.
Does Air have a pack on him or pouches or pockets? Something.
He would have a satchel of sorts, yes.
So he's holding it currently, or is it on the ground?
It is currently around him, yes.
Do these guys have blades that have the same marking or anything else on them that
They
would be...
don't have blade. The only blades they have are scimitars. They don't necessarily have daggers.
Okay.
It looks to be that those two were general bandits.
Can I move on over to the wizard as well and just be like, I'm gonna search you now?
He goes, okay.
I'll just start digging into his pockets too.
Make an
Grabbing
investigation
stuff out.
check.
Can help them.
Sure. You can
Keep
make
Yes!
asking him questions.
Go!
Go down.
So, Aaron, you're continuing to ask him questions.
Not
So,
20.
if you
I
don't
would
know
say,
who he
Mark,
is-
if you rolled another nat 20.
It's a 23, but not a 20 on the dice.
So, okay, Aaron.
If you don't know who he is, how come you wear his mark?
He goes, oh, this isn't his mark. I was told it's some mark to denounce someone who was a master of winds.
What? She's like helping him search, like she's helping Attic search. She just stops. What?
Elaborate.
He goes, I don't know much more than that. It's just someone to be a master of winds and that would bring peace and prosperity to all of Dinroth.
Oh, yeah, like killing people with an aura, that does sound very peaceful. You're right.
It does. And so Adek, you are able to find around his neck the same symbol of that eye. Beyond that, you find general.
This is what.
Yep.
That's what they're referring to with the Master of the Winds.
Yep.
Is the symbol? Okay. And you said beyond that, I find what?
General spell components.
Okay, I'll dump those on the ground a little bit away from just,
He looks and goes,
Are we aware of what you found, Attic, or not yet?
Well,
Like
I'm
the
gonna
note, yeah.
after I dump that stuff, I'm just gonna kind of hold the symbol and just seem very dedicated.
well, yeah, I was promised that if I was able to do something for him, I'd be promised a great station in his new kingdom that he'd be establishing.
So you hired these three or these? Yeah.
Oh no,
two?
I didn't
Two?
hire these two. That stall child that you knocked its skull off. That was my creation. Yeah.
Messaged you.
Yep.
Lit, by the way.
I figured.
And the other two, did they hear from the same source?
He goes, as far as my knowledge.
And I'll take the note and I'll hand it to Scisri now.
I'm sorry, can you remind me what it said?
The marked target is the person they're supposed to kill, basically.
The,
Interesting.
The target is marked as along with all the others. So what'd you get, Ava?
I can roll for it?
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you saw my thumbs up.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Something's not adding up here.
It definitely isn't.
Going bad cop on us, guys.
You said dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Error just slightly turns and looks at you and says, what do you think you're doing?
Do you have anything on you? Handwritten, Lord Error. You seem to have a little bit of recognition in this conversation. I want to clear your name, of course.
I turn around with the note still in hand. What?
Of course. I want to clear my name.
Of course. We don't want any misunderstandings here. My sister was just targeted for an assassin attack. So, how inconvenient that must be.
Inconvenient.
Very
Inconvenience.
inconvenient, not exciting at all.
And you saw how quickly we dispatched these so would-be assassins. You would hate to see what we could do to anybody that would target my sister or my friends.
Wait. Is he working with them?
What I'm trying to find out.
He
Are you?
Accusing anybody of anything.
He pulls out his notebook, hands it over, and he goes, my schedule.
Hand it over to Scisri. Does the handwriting match, Scisri?
Okay, I'll look.
I'll look with you as well.
Yeah, I probably.
All right, go ahead.
I'm keeping an arrow to the wizard.
As you both look, go ahead and make an investigation check. So Scissor, you're doing the primary investigating. Adek is helping, so we could say go ahead and make it with advantage.
And can we say he does it? Or
Sure.
you want me to?
Scissory would probably. This makes sense for Scissory. She would probably want to hand it over to Adek because she'd probably find calligraphy boring.
like
You just hear Ava. Okay.
Okay, so I'll do it with
Sure.
advantage. Is that what we're doing?
Sure, I'll
Yeah.
allow that. That makes sense.
Okay. That is a 20 total.
It's this. There's enough similarity to where the untrained eye would assume that they are the same handwriting, but there are enough differences, mainly in that. Well, you know specifically in the letter, there appear to be certain pauses where the ink splots a bit more. You would know that this is typically the sign of someone hesitating to mirror a certain type of handwriting. which is real forensic science, actually. Like that is.
Yep.
That's
That
fun.
is amazing.
So
The fact that you knew that too, that actually was like, okay, Lit, you did your research. I see
Alex
you.
Stark would know that, I feel like, too, you know?
Yeah,
It seems on brand.
a deck, you do notice that it appears that the handwriting is being mirrored, attempting to be copied.
This looks like a forgery of his handwriting.
Wait, what?
Looks
So-
like somebody's trying to imitate his handwriting. Who would do that?
And why the irritation, Lord Air?
Because if this is the person that's been terrorizing our city, then he deserves to, well, be punished for it.
Well, I don't think it's him. He's just some hired hand. Or a devotee, as it may.
So they're targeting you to try and frame you? Or are you trying to?
Yeah, are you marked in any way?
Me?
Yes, you.
Yeah?
It was not that I'm aware of.
Do you happen to
Here, can I
have
take a look?
gotten-
Why don't you take off some outer layers and I'll look to see if you're marked anywhere.
He removes his outer coat and just rolls up his sleeves and demonstrates that he is.
I'm gonna get real handsy and I'm going to be looking for anything that looks like it could attach him to this group or anything like that as well.
Go and make an investigation check.
I'm about to do something really dark, and I am warning everyone now.
I got
Aaron
20,
just kind of like
22.
22. So real quick, you don't find any markings. So, Aaron, yes.
to really get under this guy's skin, I'm gonna drag him to the edge of the lake, head first, and I think you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Which guy? The
wizard.
The wizard.
Wizard.
No,
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So you're going to tell me everything you know, or else.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Things seems off here, deck.
As
Definitely.
a 19.
This is weird.
19. He goes, I've told you everything I know. It is just a group that's trying to get this Master of Winds out to fulfill their mission, their goal. I was just hired. I don't know what the person looks like. Please, you have to understand me and believe me.
Well, what do you guys think?
Can I roll insight on him?
Yeah, go ahead with advantage.
I will as well, just to be sure.
Oh my gosh. 5 and a 3 on the die.
Oh my gosh.
Horrible.
It is predestined that paladins will suck at wisdom checks.
Seriously.
I rolled a nat 20, if that helps.
Another
yeah.
Nat 20, jeez.
So,
Let it rain from the sky.
23.
23. Just
Yeah.
go full Jeremy Irons. Let it rain from the sky. All right. Scissory, you are more probably shocked by this brutality in Aaron suddenly. Aaron, this guy is on the verge of weeping. Like, he is 100% being completely honest. He has given everything he knows. You're able to gather that if he's anything, while he is a mage, he's probably a lowling.
okay. All right, I'll get him back onto dry land.
He goes,
Okay, well, you're fine.
I'll kind of whisper over to Avum. Do you see anything that stands out to you?
And Lit, I just want to clarify the
Yes.
message too. I want to make sure I'm playing this right
Yeah.
from earlier. So, if he saw an irritation, just meaning irritation of like, I can't believe they are attacking us, or irritation of that he spoke of something that he shouldn't have. If Avum can tell at this point. I know he's turning to question, but he doesn't want to like overly burn bridges either. It seems Lord Error seems upset. Of at least reacted when the mage here spoke of targeting us. Not just upset of what happened, but irritated. Is this a conversation away from Lord Air, or is this kind of like
this would be assumed? Yeah,
like kind of turning around and trying to
It could even be like kind of looking between Error and like Aaron and his almost drowning this person.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, well, and you can hear her in the background just be like, why don't we all calm down? This got escalated very quickly. Aaron, remind me not to piss you off ever. Oh my goodness. And like,
We have
that's
to
what's going on.
And he just says we have to be careful without evidence, though. But I don't like it.
Yeah.
Should we search his bag? I don't think he'd be stupid enough to incriminate himself carrying anything.
I mean, I didn't find anything on him when I looked at him, so.
So? Now what?
I'm just gonna sit this guy up.
Maybe. I mean, does he know him?
Says he spoke with in secrecy. Lord Error.
Before you address him, he walks over to Aaron, puts a hand on his shoulder, and just wait 1 second. Never mind, he's not gonna. Yeah, oh. He is going to look at Aaron, and he's going to say, I think it would be best if we let this person go. And I need you to make a
Round two.
A wisdom saving throw. He
Is
rolled.
he trying to suggest to me right now?
He rolled. Just so you guys
just was
know,
reading into
you
that
guys do
spell.
not see him casting a spell because he rolled a natural 20 on his sleight of hand.
I was about to
All
curse.
the 20s. All the 20s.
I
For a
was about to
total.
curse. I caught myself.
Yep.
Can we attempt a perception if we're watching him to try and get a nat 20 against him?
You can certainly try. The DC for however is high.
Yeah. I just figured if we're watching him and
No.
weary of him.
The
I
old,
mean, especially with him like going over to,
the old DM.
but mine's only 19.
Rolled low on this one.
Wisdom save.
18 wisdom save. All right. So first perception checks.
19.
19?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Seven.
All right.
I rolled a 7.
Yay, twins!
Aaron,
He like looks at
You-
Sisri.
you feel something arcane enter into you. And you feel something creeping into your mind, but then you manage to just shake it off.
I'm gonna let go of the wizard, and I'm going to pull an arrow on Air, grabbing him.
It
I
was
don't think we're letting anyone go, right?
What's going on?
He tried to play with my mind.
Well, there's the incriminating evidence we needed.
friends.
Thought we were having a nice hunting trip.
Oh, we certainly were friends. This is just a big misunderstanding. I was just trying to suggest that maybe we let him go. You know, that way the gods can go ahead and take care of this, and it's completely
You
fine.
tell us the truth. I don't play kindly with anybody attempting to hurt my sister or my friends.
My eye begins to glow slightly in the center of my chest.
He looks and goes, It is not my fault that the Master of Winds decided to choose your sister as a sacrifice.
That's rude.
Your soul will go to the cause that will bring light to his kingdom.
You can try.
Just because of the tattoo or what? What is this even about? I'm very confused. I just wanted a tattoo. That's really all that What?
Your tattoo,
Kingdom.
the Master of Winds.
And where is this Master of Winds?
You'll find out.
So did you attack us in this alley, or did this wind fart master that you're speaking of do it? I've been wanting to say that all night.
Nice. Good
And
job.
Sorry, I was trying to find a right time. It didn't feel right. I think I forced that one.
You kind of broke the threatening vibe you had just a second ago, even.
I broke the wind though.
but
I love that.
I believe for right now, our time here is done. And he is going to suddenly he vanishes out of Aaron's grasp.
Anywhere in sight?
Yeah, is he nearby?
He is outside of everyone's vision.
What about the wizard?
The wizard is still there. He goes, ha, ha, I guess that was him. I guess that was the guy. Maybe.
You think?
Seems like it. Yes, yes.
I'm going to sit him up, drop
Which
the hood
one-
so I can see his face.
Just for clarification's sake,
Yes.
which handwriting seemed to be the hesitant one? Was it the note or was it the schedule?
The letter.
The letter was? Okay.
You can
Almost
make-
like
Yeah. You can make another.
almost like
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
okay, covering. No, my bad. Like almost like covering it up to like almost fake a forgery in a way. Make it seem like a forgery.
Well,
Now you can go
what
ahead and make.
I'm thinking, but
Now you can go ahead and make another investigation check with this knowledge.
Can I drop this dude's
23.
hood?
Yeah. Yeah. So, 23. As you're looking at it, since you got higher than you did last time, you're looking at it and you're like, it almost does look intentional, as though he was trying to make it look like a forgery.
Double fake.
So as far as dropping the dude's hood, you look and you just see, and he just looks to be a normal Hylian dude.
Okay.
All right, we don't need to do anything with him, right, Aaron? We're done.
I know. I just want to know what
Okay.
we're going to do with him.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
Some extra boar meat. We can give him something to eat.
You can turn them into the guards. I think it's time to get
Definitely.
the city guards involved and higher people involved. Don't you think?
Oh yeah. When we go back, we'll take him back with us.
This is definitely
But-
something we should. Yeah.
We should go check on the other camp too, Valgrim and them.
I'll
That's
go.
true.
I'll go ahead. You can take care of him.
I'll go with you.
And he's off. Well, I mean, he was gonna fly. So
Don't go alone. All right.
Wait, I'm right behind you.
Jump into a shadow, fall out 2 seconds later.
I'll sit with the wizard and give him some boar. So, what's your name?
My name is Amol. Amoli.
He is
oh well.
Yeah.
This is a mole.
accurate.
The ironic part is, I was not thinking about that when I gave her that name.
I love it.
That gives me an idea for you.
Okay, now that we're past that realization, all right. He goes, and he's just eating the boar slowly and awkwardly, eyes bouncing between Scissory and a deck.
See, we're so nice. Don't you feel bad you were going to try and kill me?
I don't know what to think.
You shot me.
I did, and it was a good hit. But you also did try to drown me, so I think we're even.
Oh, that wasn't us. We would never have done that.
I'm giving you something to eat.
I don't know what to say to that.
You play along and be nice? You get treated nice.
I don't think I have much of a choice in this matter, so I'll play along. You all can
Good choice.
clearly kill me. That freak will probably come and kill me in the night anyway, so we'll see.
Well, hopefully not. So, what was he talking about with the sacrifice and all that stuff?
I don't know the exact details.
Were you to kill the target here, or were you to bring the target back to something else?
Kill them here. We always, whenever a target is killed, we kill them where they are, and just something about the crystals and the infusion is what's required. That's all we know.
Well, just you guys, but you don't take the crystals out of the people.
No, suddenly they just we take care of them, and then suddenly the tattoo just fades with its color and just becomes normal.
Oh, on its own?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, good thing you didn't succeed, huh? That would have been real awkward.
In a way.
So they would have been a lot more mad, I think, at you. So.
Ho, the other one, you would be in big trouble.
If I died, or if you died? Because if you died, I probably would have gotten paid.
Yeah, if she died, or anybody else died, big trouble.
Fair enough. And this awkward conversation just continues as Aaron and Avum, I'm assuming you're running. Avum, you're probably just dead sprinting to keep up with Aaron.
Can he keep up?
Oh no, Avum's slow. He's just walking. He's like,
yeah, no. And so he's not even gonna be
Aaron
able to
gets
keep
there
up.
faster by gets there faster by flying.
I'm basically probably gonna get there. By the time he gets there, he's like, oh no, we already told. And then see Aaron flying back already. Yeah.
As you land, you do see that they circled the wagons in order to create a defense. Valgrim is sitting on one of the carts, keeping watch over everything. He sees you land and just puts out a staff and then says, "Oh, it's you."
Well, worst case scenario, they came back. Even worse news. One of the lords was working for them.
That
City
is
lords.
not good to hear.
I don't know if you're aware, but I don't know if Lord Error seems to be one of them. Has anyone suspicious come by?
No, none that I've seen.
Good. Well, I don't want to take any chances. I would prefer if you, at first light, or earlier if you can, take these people back to town. It's not safe out here.
I'll see what I can do. Many of them are persistent in getting into Castletown. I say otherwise, but they're also paying me.
Well, I'm sure the threat on their lives would be a very convincing point.
You're not wrong. But sometimes what one desires can be a little bit more foolish, and sometimes people desire to go home more so than to be safe.
To be fair, don't we all want to go home?
I do feel that. I'll do what I can. If I can get them home, fine, then I will. But if I get them back to Lurline, that'll be just fine.
Okay.
Do what you can to take
Okay.
care of this. I'll see. I have contacts that I think I could be able to reach out to. Is there anything more that you can tell me?
Just be careful who you trust.
I learned that a long time ago. A long time ago.
Maybe a story over a drink sometime.
When you get the chance, do find me in Castletown. Regardless, I need to head back there. I have some people I need to talk to, especially now.
Okay, well noted. Well, good luck.
I guess I'll be taking the train in that regard.
Probably safer.
If you can afford it. But yes.
Well then, good luck. I'll head back then.
Perfect. And Avum, as you said, you arrive. Valgrim gives you a brief wave.
Valgrim, there's danger here. You really need to make sure.
He looks. Valgrim looks over to Aaron and just goes,
Oh,
"Thank you for your concern, Avum."
I guess you got here first. Okay.
I'm faster, remember?
Yes, of course. You should never be alone out here.
And what happened?
Discord just randomly reset itself.
That
got
was
assassinated.
That was where I was going to drop out. Oh, that's funny. That's
Never
hilarious.
good to go alone. You could be a such
Errors at work, even in Discord.
Oh dear.
Anyway, Ava, what were you saying?
No, just basically saying to Aaron, you should never go alone, but saying basically just probably seconding what he said and just don't worry, they've been dispatched. We took out the would-be assassins and they were targeting one of our party, but just be careful on the road. Keep your eyes open.
We'll do what we can. Thank you.
Right.
Also,
I'll walk back with you.
don't trust Lord Aaron. I want to do business with him.
I tend to not do business with the lords anyway.
Would you know of who to go to if we had complaints against a lord, if we feel like they were behind an assassin attempt?
Jimmy.
Good. We have ins with Jimmy then.
Excellent.
Is she's not angry about the fight, right? I mean, she wouldn't hold grudges.
Hold grudge.
Yeah?
That woman can hold a grudge like no one's business.
You're screwed.
That being said,
great. Love scissors.
she knows when someone bested her in combat fairly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she wants to at least try you again when there are no shadows.
I'd be down for that.
Well then. We'll
Glad you guys are okay.
get going.
Let's walk back, Aaron.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Or at least fly within eyesight. I mean, if you got hurt. And he's just like the whole way back is like scolding him like he scolds Scissor.
Okay.
Also, can I just say I find it deeply ironic that you say you shouldn't go alone and then you cut out.
Yeah, sure.
You should go alone.
And this is
Alright.
why I go alone.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You all then managed to come back. You basically are witnessing this very awkward conversation happening between Scisri, Adek, and Amol. And after that, is there anything you all care to do for the night before you go to sleep?
I think I would just be like, Avum and all of you, I just think it was really sweet and cute that you all were so ready to just, not let me get assassinated. I loved that. That was my favorite part of the night.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to get assassinated.
We want you alive.
Yeah.
Point.
I'm still not worried. Look at what we did. We're fine. But, I just thought it was cute.
I don't like the attention that we're getting. your divine being tattoos this dream that you're having.
I gotta tell you about that, by the way.
I mean,
Like,
You don't know about the dreams. You know about the abilities, but she hasn't said it's through dreams
I
yet.
thought. Oh,
I
thought
didn't
you
tell
talked
you
about that.
anything.
you didn't say
All I
anything about the
said.
dreams yet?
No, I didn't say anything because I was waiting for it to show Smite, but then I just never. We didn't bring it up yet.
Oh.
Yeah, then I'll retcon instead of dreams. Just the abilities you have, things like that.
I mean,
Yeah, we gotta talk at some point. But
Mr. winning the championship over here and melding with shadows all the time, really laying low.
Never said I'm trying to lay low, but we're just out here exploring, just not to make enemies.
to be fair, though, didn't know getting a tattoo would do this. Typically, when you get a tattoo, it's just cute.
I'm not scolding you for what you've done. That's not what I'm doing.
Mm.
I'm just saying I don't like what we've gotten involved with. This is above our heads.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't really feel like it. Exhibit A.
I mean, if people are out there hurting other people who have tattoos, we need to help out.
Not if it's going to bring the eye of this Wind of Calamity person.
I think it's already looking around
I mean,
here.
the problem is, it's either going to come for her, or we go and deal with things and do it on our terms, too.
Or we walk away and let someone else more handy deal with it. Turn it into the guards, the authorities. This is not our issue.
Regardless, we're in it now.
We can get guards involved, too, but
Yeah.
she's in this, as are we.
We're all in this.
Yeah. I mean, if we walk away, Avon, then what happens? We're less people around us to help, and we're just waiting around to get killed, essentially.
Not if we go far away or go home.
We
They're
made
not going to
an
come
enemy
after us.
tonight.
We made a very powerful enemy tonight.
Yep, you made a very powerful enemy. I'll shut up now.
Oh, do you think so, Amol?
Well,
I think you're on his bad side now, too.
I probably am.
Yeah. So, you might want to think about that.
I'm just going to quietly go. He's not pouting, but he's kind of done with the conversation, and he's kind of sitting near you guys, but off to the side, and he's kind of taking out his journal. He's a little off-put.
Contemplating all that stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You guys want to finish up resting? I know you guys woke up. We can keep watching.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
All right.
I think just before I go to bed, I just go over to Avon. I'm like, hey, we'll talk, okay? Just relax. We'll talk.
I'm not out here to lose you. We're going home at some point. I'll be fine.
Okay. You did really good. Okay, bye. And I go to sleep.
As Aaron goes, walks to go to bed, he just kind of gives an evil eye to the guy.
And he just kind of looks and goes,
You try anything, remember.
I'm not gonna try anything. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Good.
Perfect. And as you all go to the rest for the night, nothing else happens. You wake up the following morning. The lake is before you. You all can do your prepare your spells, hit long rest.
Yay.
Yeah.
There are two phrases that every 5e player loves to hear. You can hit long rest and level up.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. As you wake up the following morning, you can do any of your morning rituals that you need to. Is there anything you care to do for the morning before you attempt to start to cleanse the fairy's lake or fairy fountain?
He's doing Aaron's going to do the typical perimeter search just in case.
I love it. Go ahead and make a perception check. Let's go ahead and see what we got for temperature and stuff like that today. So temperature appears to be normal. The winds are normal, and it is partly cloudy outside, so there are some clouds in the sky, but the sun is still shining, so unfortunately for our Twilight friends, it is still going to be disadvantage on perception checks and such.
Cool.
All right, a deck. You want to do your thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna, after preparing myself for the
23.
morning, I'm gonna grab my raft and start to push it out and sit on it. I'll invite Scissory if she wants to join as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I think I have a thing. I think I have something that can help you.
Awesome. I'm ready to do this as well.
Perfect. So, real quick, Aaron, you go and do your perimeter search. Nothing seems to have been disturbed in the night. A mole is still there, and is just...
I have the crossbow aimed at a mole at my side, and he's just not saying anything as he's like eating the leftover boar.
He seems to have just resigned his fate that this is just happening, and he's like, yeah, sure.
I will go foraging though for any berries and stuff.
Do you have the Outlander background?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
I was going to say, because if you did, you could just do it outright. In that case, go ahead and make a survival check. Actually, no, you're in your favorite terrain. You can do so, no problem. So, yep, you don't need to make a roll. All right.
Awesome.
A deck and Scissor, are you going out in the raft with a deck then?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. You both paddle out into the center. Go ahead and do your things.
So I'll just start messing around on my Sheikah slate and kind of drawing different symbols and ritually cast Purify Food and Drink and hope this works.
Perfect. And it says
target the water.
Well, I also have Purified Food and Drink as a spell. So I was wondering if either I could help him and like cast it together.
yes.
Strengthen it.
I'll say, as you both put your hands into the water and start to cast it, Scissory, you most likely wait until a deck is done casting it, performing it ritually, pushing his buttons onto his Sheikah slate. As a cyan Sheikah symbol glows into his hand, and as he puts it into the water, Scissory, you cast Purify Food and Water. And again, your Twilight symbols, your Twilight markings on your hand and arm glow as well as you put it into it. And the water begins to glow this deep, rich cyan. And it goes out, spreading out into the water. Instead of advantage, the DC is lowered for this. Scissory and a deck, make spellcasting checks for me. So Scissory, make a charisma check. A deck, make me an intelligence check.
21.
5.
5. Okay. Well, Scissory, you are able to cast it, and it does work for a portion of it. But Ava, a deck is just so focused on casting this, and Scissor, you're just captured in this moment of you two casting this spell together, and seeing your spell being combined with a dex. And a deck, you see it happening, and you're focused on enhancing the power. And with that 21 combined with that 5, it reaches out, and suddenly a bright light begins to glow from beneath the lake. And everything begins to settle. And you look over the water as the raft just shakes just a little bit. The water begins to still. And the sparkling is gone. The only thing that remains is the reflecting of the sun.
Maybe we did it.
Did we totally do that?
That was pretty awesome.
That was amazing!
I just imagine that's happening as he's coming back from foraging. It's like
Basically, suddenly...
Yeah, the wave of light.
You want to call the fairy up again? See if it
Yeah,
works?
okay. Yeah.
And
also
as
guess Avon can't see all this because of it being sunlight out.
and as you suggest, should we call the fairy? The wind that you've experienced so many times before comes forth, and the fairy comes out of the lake with a laugh. And she appears to be more cheerful and happy than you've seen her before, with a wide grin, suddenly glistening in the morning sun. And she goes, "Thank you all so much for cleansing my lake."
Oh, we did. Yeah. I just high five you.
Aaron, I can't see what happened. What I hear something. What happened? Did they already do it? Wow, that was quick. Wow. Okay.
Perfect.
Can you guide me to the lake? I can't see anything.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on to my wing.
Thank you.
She looks at all four of you and just say, "Thank you all so much for doing this. You did not have to, but yet you did. And as thanks, and as a fulfillment of our agreement for cleansing the lake, I shall reward you all with gifts. Please take these offerings as thank you for doing what you have said and cleansing this lake, and may they serve you on your further adventures." She floats on down to you, Aaron, and her hands go into the center, and suddenly flames begin to reach out into the center. And did we get a stretch?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And as the ball of fire begins to form into the center, you see arrows form out of them. And it's a bundle of 10. And she looks at you, Aaron, and says,
10.
"These are fire arrows. Launch them at any target and it shall set them on fire and do additional and harm them even further. Use them wisely." And they float over to you. You, believe it or not, if you want to go into D&D Beyond, I put in fire arrows.
Nice.
So I don't know if you can do bundles with it, because but making arrows in D&D Beyond is weird. But you can at least mark it, and you can put an additional note that you have 10 of those. And yes, if you wanted to, you can buy them at certain locations.
So,
She then moves over to you, Avum. She says, "You..."
Oh, comes into view super quick.
She goes, "You appear to be more of the studious type. But of writing."
Thank you.
She flicks her hand into a specific direction, and suddenly a pen of emerald in color, it comes forth, and she hands it to you. She says, "May this be of use to you when you don't want others to see what you are writing."
Oh, that's all the time.
It's an emerald pen.
Voice.
And then finally she floats over to you. Scisri. She says, You seem to desire many battles, or at least experience many adventures. This can lead to many dangers. As such, and a cloak comes forth. Take this cloak, and it may defend you in the most dire of times. She hands you a cloak of protection.
Thank you.
Nice.
+1.
Nice.
Avon was so happy with that as well.
And then finally to you, Adek. She looks saying, "Because you were the one to have done all of this, and offered it in the first place, I shall gift you my favor." And she plucks a strand of hair from her head, and she hands it to you. "As long as you maintain in my favor, you shall keep this benefit, and may it be useful for you in the most dire of times." This is something known as Fairy's Favor.
It's favor.
You can find it on D&D Beyond as well, but more or less, it requires attunement. So, and it gives you specific bonuses to wisdom saves, tinkering checks, and performance as well, I believe.
Nice.
And she looks to all of you and says, "Thank you for doing this. And wherever your travels may take you, may the blessings of the golden goddesses and Hyleia herself shine upon you."
Really fast. Thank you so much. But before you go, do we know each other?
She speaks in an ancient tongue. And she says, "Once, yes, and you understand it."
Yeah, I think I sort of like sit there like, what? Wait, really? What was that? Like she's like really like her brain's going like this, trying to keep up with what just happened.
She smiles and laughs and then and just goes to a spin and goes into the lake. And that's what we'll pick up next week.
That's dopers.
Then that's where we'll pick up next week.
Perfect end.
Perfect end. Good session one and all.
Fun.
That was
cool.
Good job using a paladin spell that rarely gets used to save
Right?
It does.
That makes me so happy.
I was so happy to see Purify Food and Water get used. Oh, I was so pumped. No, but seriously, you guys did a good job. You guys did a good job tonight.
We did it.
You forced error to reveal because the dice were on your side tonight.
You made it
So much.
through with
I think he was expecting us to kill. Just
Yeah.
outright.
I had notes of what was gonna happen, and y'all procced the get out of Dodge card.
So good.
I love it. No,
That
I
was
love it.
super fun.
These are the
That was
moments of
cool.
D&D I love is when this kind of stuff happens. But yes, that aside, thank you all so much for joining us. It was a great night. You all are the best. We loved the chat. Join us tomorrow night on Bardic Dice's channel for Wild Beyond the Witchlight, #mature audiences. And then also join us Thursday for Fates United on Bardic's channel. And then finally, Sunday with Beacon's Aura. All of it's getting very spicy. Hopefully, Rach and Mike didn't provoke so much ire from Mark that your characters will be fine.
I'm being extra nice this week.
We're gonna grab the armadillos and have quesadillas at breakfast with Boyd. It's gonna be great.
You're just poking the bear.
Why are you doing this?
I mean, there's bears at the zoo, so why not poke them?
Yep. I know what happens. Sunday
enough.
up Beacons.
Check out Sunday on Beacon Zora. It's all a good time. Well, everyone, thank you all so much for joining us. You all are amazing. Keep being awesome. And as always, keep rolling those dice. See you, everybody.